welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group's Twitch channel. We're glad you guys could join us for, or YouTube channel I should say, for episode 10 of our Atavar Ascension campaign. Yay!
A toast to 10 episodes.
Yay!
Bring out the shot glasses.
Man, if only they had the visual. I had my top off and everything.
I know. Me too.
Wow. Nice.
Stop lying, guys. I never been cross-eyed that quick before in my life.
Joke's on you fools. I'm not wearing any pants.
You never
We
is.
know. So, before we get going...
It's a long time.
Before we get going, I gotta give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. They are a family-owned company, locally owned here in Central Florida, that has dice bags, dice trays, tons and tons of miniatures, as well as these really, really big 3D prints of dragons and other awesome things. You need to check them out at their website. And if you see something that you love when you are there, make sure you use TOGG15, that's TOGG15 at checkout, and you'll get 15% off your order. Other quick announcements, Lair D&D is live. As you know, if you've heard the previous couple episodes, we talked about that. I am trying to potentially get a Kickstarter going to add some additional functionality to it, but I'll keep you in the loop on that. And really big news, the table is damn near done. So that's kind of the one main thing that was holding us up from live streaming. So we could be live streaming here within the next week or two. We'll see. It just depends. But that's it for announcements for me. Anybody else have any announcements?
If you like me or Zach, or just feel like not liking us, I mean, whatever you want. Nerd Culture is dead. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm sure there's some more stuff. You'll figure it out.
Your neighbor's refrigerator.
What about Wumbo? You guys stream on Wumbo?
Yes.
Waiting.
OnlyFans, you know, so you do what you gotta do.
There we go. But yeah, I think unless anybody else has any announcements, no.
All right, I think we're good to go, Jason.
All right. Well, in that case, without further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension.
Insert intro here.
Yes. All right. So where you guys last left off, you guys had done a little bit of exploring and shopping. Some of you went off and purchased new armor, or were at least looking at it. Some of you were checking out some of the weaponry as well. Others were merely looking to spend some time taking care of animals, including Bessie the Dire Boar, who had a deep conversation with Gold regarding corn. Others of you managed to do a bit of exploring. Some checked out some old friends, particularly one in the Harbor District, Snoogle, where Persephone managed to make a nice little trade. Some ball bearings for some nice shiny rocks, which she doesn't know what all of them are quite yet. As time went on, eventually the party did get together, have a nice dinner, where Leon introduced them to, I guess you could call it his ward, Jonathan, who he had spent the day training and teaching him a little bit about how to defend himself, which, through a little sparring match between the two, Jonathan proved that he did indeed have a little bit of skill. Upon meeting the rest of the group at dinner, he was at once intimidated, but then very much not so anymore, and more pleased to be around Tomer and Ajax as they continued to push ale in front of his face, saying, "Drink, boy!"
You gotta teach them young.
We're enablers.
That's why we day drink.
Is it day drinking if you never stop?
Yeah, no.
It's called a lifestyle.
It's just constant. And then, after dinner, Persephone decided to show the others what she had discovered. Apparently, you could watch the trials taking place if you knew how to get in there. which she had found out how to do. Leading them over to the Freelancers Association and showing them the secret entryway through the training grounds, Persephone led them down a stone-carved tunnel that opened up into the balcony look-around of a fairly large arena. And fighting in this arena was some familiar-looking people.
To two people.
A gnome. A Goliath.
A gnome.
Yes, a gnome.
Goliath.
A Goliath.
Goliath.
A wood elf.
A Gnelf.
And two humans.
Gnumens.
Gnumens.
You there.
They were gnomes.
They- These were the firebrands, as someone had told them. In fact, that someone being a person named Samuel that they bumped into, who introduced himself and his group, the Agents of Overshore, which consisted of Samuel, a human, seemed to be of the hand-to-hand, sword-to-sword type combatant, a peppy little thing named Grace,
Oh.
a dragonborn female named Tasha, and
then the worst character ever. Phineas.
and then a little halfling dressed in some pretty garish-looking clothing, introducing himself as Phineas Bumblesmooth.
Bubble smooth.
As they talked to this group and seemed to share a little bit of information back and forth, and finding somebody that at least, maybe not quite friends yet, but at least friendly. They noticed that the fighting had stopped. The firebrands down in the arena floor had handily defeated their opponents. Their opponents being a fire elemental, a large, strange lizard-like creature, and a stone golem, fairly large indeed itself. As they came up through the doors and the stairwell on the opposite side that brought them up to the balcony viewing area, the party noticed one of them looked a lot like Harlan, the Kimbo-ish, overly confident, overly forward fighter that the party had met a little while back within the mess hall of the Freelancers Association, where he had been hitting on Persephone quite a bit. But they saw what they thought was Harlan with the firebrands. But when the firebrands arrived up on the balcony, they saw Harlan, and then over there was Harlan, as Harlan walked up and hugged Harlan, and it was a little confusing, at least for a moment. And that is where we left off. So, you guys are currently still standing in the balcony area of this overlook to the arena that's in the Freelancers Association, and you're still right next to the Agents of Overshore, kind of
I am
chatting
not.
about. Well, except for Stephanie, who left immediately when Grace said hi. And the rest of the group is over there. And across on the other side of the balcony that rings this arena are the firebrands with Harlan and someone who looks exactly like him.
Can I speak to you guys outside for a moment?
Okay.
Sure.
Certainly.
I cast message. You can speak to me right now.
Meet us outside.
I thought we found out at the end of last episode that was his twin.
You didn't find out nothing. You assumed.
I thought we had dialogue, but I must be
And
wrong.
just
Sorry.
You guys might have dialogue.
to clarify from what I remember, the only ones who've met the other party are me and Gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone has met Harlan, though.
Yeah.
Okay, just clarifying.
Yes. Everyone met Harlan.
That's right, you guys saw them.
Yeah, it was like, because I danced on one of them for a hot minute.
Not so high.
Leon, I need a perception check.
Oh boy, from me, I love me.
Jason, unrelated, where did you buy these chairs from?
Online.
Online.
That's very specific.
We need bar stools for our new place, so I figured I'd
I
ask.
did some searching.
Alright.
They're pretty nice.
Money, 1, 2, 3, show. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 18.
18. As you guys are about to kind of gather together at Gold's direction and step out for a conversation, Leon, you notice out of the corner of your eye, looking down into the arena, you see a set of doors down there open, and a lone figure strides confidently out into the battlefield, a rapier in each of her hands.
Okay, yeah.
And the crowd around that's watching goes nuts. They're like, woohoo! Yeah! Gee! Where go?
On second thought, Gold, I think you can have this conversation without me.
His crush
He's got to
is in
keep
there.
an eye on the babe.
On the competition, thank you.
She whooped his ass.
She's so way out of his league. If that's how we're determining leadership, then I should be the leader. I whooped Golds.
Alright. Stay safe. Don't get caught up with the firebrands.
Inform me once you get back on what happens.
Let's just meet at the tavern.
In your conversation.
Let's go, guys.
I'm not.
I'm actually gonna stay and watch with him.
Looks like she's spying on your crush.
I guess
Yeah.
we'll just have
We're
the
fucking hot.
three of us.
She,
It'll be the Three
I mean,
Musketeers.
she is pretty hot. I mean,
The boys.
The dudes.
she is got it going on. You know that.
Like
She's
Jesse's
aight.
mom.
He's got it going
Stacey,
on.
Jesse's mom?
Stacy's
Jesse's
Jesse's
mom.
girl, you mean?
Percy's
No,
mom.
they're both the same.
Yeah.
Stacy's mom is Jesse's
Jesse's
girl.
What
It
a
all
Tim
makes
Jesse is.
sense. The symbols.
Or I want to name my kid Stacy just for that,
Holy
too.
squares, make a circle.
And both of them were the girl from the rock show.
So Logan, pull the chips up a little bit. No, they're not sitting on the TV.
Yes, I'm going to go outside with you, Gold, my dear friend.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Agent.
My buddy from the
dear
war.
friend.
Just kiss already.
Oh, it's so cheesy.
No, we shall not kiss, for we are hetero.
Our love is forbidden by our sexuality.
Totally.
The laws of nature demand that we do not.
Oh,
We
that's
must
controversial.
procreate.
Anyway, we're going outside. We're going outside.
That we are, to touch some grass.
Hey, Leon, do you have a spell that'll change your gender? You're just asking for a friend.
Illusion-wise,
No, we need physical.
We need transmutation.
we'll get there when we get there.
What's up, Gold?
So, you three begin to walk out of the arena area. As you're walking out, the cheering is continuing. Leon and Persephone, you're looking down into the arena floor, and you see Dee standing there. And all of a sudden, two large doors, I mean, really large, open on one side of the arena.
You better be fun to Trask.
Out
They just have one.
I just have one. Come on.
Out.
Think about it.
from those doors, which with what looks like an adamantite collar with chain links locking into it, strolls a huge blue dragon.
Oh,
That's
shit.
sick. Okay.
It stomps in there. It seems to be like prodded from behind as someone is kind of forcing it out into the arena. And then the chains are kind of let go. The collar remaining. And it roars, shaking the entire place. You guys, it feels like a small earthquake is occurring as you're kind of making your way in the exit tunnel. And you hear this deafening roar coming from back behind you.
Hold up just a sec.
Is there anything on a screen or an announcer that says what class level she's going for?
No.
I think we're about to watch someone die.
I
Persephone,
don't think so.
if I'm being honest, I don't think I could ever take solo a blue dragon.
I'm just curious how high up she is.
And you're saying it's down low.
Yeah, we're
sure.
talking.
Yeah.
And did you move over to close to where Leon was?
Oh yeah, I'm not
We're
gonna.
sitting next to
So
yeah.
you're next to the agents of Overshore, and Samuel looks over at you and goes, "Oh, you guys don't know.
I guess not.
She's just showing off. She's already star, right?"
So she's like a celebrity.
So at least you got your ass kicked by someone immediately better than you.
Well, you know what? Not everyone can say they fought a celebrity.
Not a lot of people would say they fought a celebrity and win.
Well,
True.
you fought D.
She
I-
kicked his ass,
There's a
but
little
yeah.
one-sided.
Unofficial sparring match. Yes. I don't know how I meant to catch her eye. Oh, he
You
doesn't
actually
believe-
approached her in the training ground?
Yeah.
Oh my God! You
What,
got a
think
death
she,
wish.
She'd chop off my head then and there.
Wouldn't have been surprised.
Well, I'm still alive.
You must have luck on your side, man.
I'd say balls. Balls and luck.
It's got
I
time.
know what,
protested
I'll
one
give
of
you that.
those.
Thank you.
Tiny balls.
It doesn't matter the size, my
Jingle
friend.
dolls, jingle dolls.
Stop injecting!
They're just for looks anyway. We don't need them.
What matters is the potency, not the volume.
You got swimmers, my friend.
Oh my God.
He's got one good in, one in there, just in case he gets stranded on a desert island. Source of protein, just one.
No, stop it. Anyway.
As you guys are watching, you said you were going to kind of turn around and go?
Yeah, I heard the roar. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, I'm so reluctant, but yeah.
Why? We keep going back and forth. Make a freaking decision.
I mean, someone's about to get torched by a blue dragon.
You don't know that. For all we know, it's a green dragon.
For all we know,
Oh,
it's
I
some
thought-
winged creature.
Did we not see it? How far?
You guys didn't
No, yeah, you guys
Okay,
left.
are we?
You're like, you're basically
We
like,
basically
here's-
walked out, door closed, dragon roars.
yeah, here's
Okay,
basically like,
so
here's
I-
this big arena balcony around this very, very large arena, and you walked out the tunnel.
Okay, so I
And
thought
you-
we
so
were
you
still
were, like,
walking
maybe-
around the side towards the
No.
exit.
You basically started going out the tunnel because you guys basically entered from the tunnel when you came in, and you didn't really like travel around. You basically kind of just stopped up and looked right near there, so it just took you a couple seconds to turn around and go. Shit.
Okay. Well, curiosity would have gotten the better of me anyway. And
All right.
I want to check this out.
Are we going back?
Yeah.
Fine.
And you guys all kind of come up to the edge of this arena, which you realize, and you saw before, that there is some kind of barrier in place.
Yeah.
It's invisible. It's invisible, but it seems to be arcane in nature and damn near impenetrable, as anything that you have seen that could have potentially flown out and hit the crowd struck against something with a little bit of arcing and coloring in that region, but then quickly just kind of vanishing back to transparent so that you can see back down through. But as you look down, this dragon just immediately, first thing it does is open its mouth and let out this huge gout of lightning that just seems to burn right through where Dee was standing. You swore she was right there, though. But you noticed, wait a minute, she's on its back.
She just
How
gnarled
the
on the dragon.
Fuck, did she get there that quick?
Instant transmission type shit.
Misty step.
Somebody has been paying attention to their arcane arts.
I had to. It was a required course.
Yeah. It's one of the core courses.
They made you take that course. Oh,
It's like Misty Step.
Listen, when you're
And in the
Eng-
desert, it's basic.
you know,
Stay away from
English
dragonology.
Listen, when you're stuck in a room and all you got is books to read, you read. There's nothing else to do.
Did you do the extra credit?
Shut up.
But she is there on its back, and she raises both of her rapiers. You notice one of them seems to have a slightly red glow to it. The other one is glowing a little bit blue, and she sinks them deep into the, basically where the clavicles are, kind of deep into the base of this dragon's neck, where it roars out, and the lightning, as it's roaring out, is continuing and going up the barrier that is protecting everyone. Thank God, or it would have just torn the building in half. And it whips around and begins to try to roll on its back and try to knock her off.
Death roll.
She is flipping and spinning and running along as it's trying to roll over.
Just
Staying
rolling it.
on top. Yeah, like log roll almost. But not just running. She's literally flipping and spinning around. And every time she moves, her rapiers come down and make a slice with the sharp tip of the blade through the scales of this very tough dragon hide. It's like these things are cutting through butter. It's impressive.
Hey, Leon, can you do that? Hey, Leon, can you do that?
I think I've forgotten your name.
You want the list again?
And she keeps going, and this dragon is going nuts. The fight so far has only lasted a few seconds, and you can already tell that this huge, intimidating beast is in trouble.
He's the victim here.
It begins to attempt to claw at her and roll around. It even attempts using its wings to kind of buff it, and finally it does manage to dislodge her. But she does so gracefully, landing on both feet with her rapiers out, Naruto Run style, as she stares towards this dragon and begins to charge yet again. Its tail whips around, relatively out of nowhere, very, very fast, and actually manages to catch her, and she goes flying through the air and hits into the wall. It seems like it knocked the wind out of her a little bit as she kind of falls to the ground on her knees and kind of shakes her head a little bit. Then she looks up, and before the dragon can follow up its attack, she's at it yet again. Strike after strike, seeming to find its mark.
Well, at least we know she's not invincible.
Within about a minute and a half of fighting, the dragon seems on its last leg as blood is pouring out of dozens of wounds all over its body. And the fight seems to be gone from its eyes. It still seems to be struggling a little bit, but it doesn't have any energy left. And instead of finishing it off, Dee simply walks up to it as it can barely lift its head from the ground. She puts her hand right on its snout. And for a moment, it seems like they're having a conversation. Then you notice the dragon kind of close its eyes and open them again. And it very slowly and difficultly gets back to its feet, turns around, and walks back through the doors behind it.
You gotta have strong character to tell a blue dragon to go, you're done.
That's cruel. She should have killed it.
No, it's not. It would have been worse if she did kill it.
Yeah,
There's no need to prove herself if
Now it
she's...
has to live with the shame.
It has to fight again.
Who said it's got to fight again?
They put it there in the first place.
They
Doesn't
took
mean
it
they
from
can't let it
some
go.
wizard.
I don't agree with it.
We can ask.
Are blue dragons like evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow told an evil being to calm the fuck down and go home.
Sit down,
Just
bitch.
because something is evil doesn't mean it's
not
not
stupid.
intelligent.
Yeah, it knows when to. It knows when it's routed.
Oh, that reminds
Knows
Exactly.
when to fold them.
Knows when to say,
Hold and fold. Yeah.
time to live and fight another day.
That reminds me. I actually have a point to bring up during our conversation that we
Yeah.
gotta all talk about.
All right, we should. Sorry about that. I
It
had
seems
to
we have a
see
lot
it.
to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's...
But, blue dragon, holy fuck.
So about how large is it?
You would call that size huge.
Okay, so it's
So basically,
an adult dragon.
yeah.
You want yours or mine?
Yeah, it's looking game mechanics terms, 15-foot base. So I mean, compared to your miniatures, it's probably like that big.
Well, for
Yeah,
what
you're
it's worth,
that big.
it's fair to assume we're not going to get that in our challenge.
Yeah, probably not.
I would think.
Or at least not one versus one.
Well, according to Samuel over here, she's already reached max rank, so there's no reason for her to take on a challenge of any lower rank. Right, Samuel?
Like I said, she's just showing off.
Maybe this is the only way for her to actually see a real challenge.
That's
How
interesting.
often do you run into a blue dragon?
Every
We've never
Tuesday?
seen one. Well,
Yeah.
mine is 30 seconds ago.
Alright.
Not in the wild. We haven't ever seen one.
Are we?
So what were you wanting to talk about, Gold?
We gotta go outside for that.
We need to not be in the vicinity of.
Sure.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
It's a
establishment for
family
this
matter,
conversation.
guys.
We said we were
Family
family.
matters.
Well, let me.
Did I
Don't
do
be
that?
like that. Give you that shoulder smack.
I know.
You
know you're my brother.
Indeed.
And Gold's the annoying stepbrother.
So you guys
Annoying
make your way.
stepbrother. I'm the annoying uncle. Fuck you. Your dad's dead.
Wish I would have met him once.
Damn.
Went out for milk and died.
No,
All right, calm
Mom took
down,
care of
fellas.
that.
Calm down.
Let's go get some beer and talk about this.
I like that plan.
Yeah, me too.
So you guys head
Are
out.
you gonna come with us this time now that D's done?
Yes, I
I'm
had
sorry,
to see
D's
that.
what?
These nuts!
You let that out there.
You guys could have it.
The D has been finished.
I was waiting for the setup the
It's
whole
very
time.
tenacious.
Nice. We could do the whole thing, but we've done it enough.
So,
Probably right.
Later.
where are you going for your drinks and discussion?
We're going
Back
home.
to the honey pot.
We're going
Yeah.
home.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So,
Where we're gonna watch our boy take our order.
all right, you get back,
Oh boy.
and Jonathan isn't taking orders. He's more bussing tables and
He's a bitch.
Oh, shit.
He's entry level.
yeah,
He's
What did
entry
you
he's entry level.
expect?
He's
You got
bussing
hired
tables.
5 minutes ago.
Unskilled
clean-
labor.
and he's
Damn.
cleaning, mopping up after spills, things like that. He's working hard though. But you see, the honeypot is fairly busy for this evening. Quite a few people. Dinner has already passed. You guys had dinner here yourself, but there are quite a few people here enjoying some drinks and occasional late night snacks.
Oh, yeah, what time of day is it?
Right now, you're probably looking at about 9:30.
Okay.
Is one of the back booths empty? We can just go have a quiet conversation over there.
We could probably go to one of the rooms too. I'm sure we basically have a permanent home.
Let's have a drink.
Let's have
Yeah.
drinks. So if we can find one of the tables that are off to the corner, not really around anybody, if possible.
Sure. There is not really, like you definitely see there are other people that have the same kind of thoughts as you and tend to take the more hidden tables now and then. But there's still, one that you guys find. It's not really super well hidden. There's a couple other, groups, but you figure if you're quiet at the table, they're not going to hear you because there's enough noise going around.
Yeah,
right now.
white noise.
Yeah, there's enough people talking, noise, glasses clinking, and it's relatively big.
So this is my problem. When we do the trial, I don't know if it's good to bring out the full beast. I don't know if anybody around these parts has seen that before.
I don't think they're gonna care as long as you're fighting on the side of justice.
All right,
I'd say save it in case you need it.
that's where my head was at.
Tomer, I think
That's
maybe
for
that,
sure.
that line of thinking is good. Save it until you need it, but
Never
why
show
not
your
just
full hand.
ask the guild themselves? What regulations they have.
They already know who you are. They've been watching our every move.
That's
That's pretty.
That's actually
that's
accurate.
accurate. Yeah,
Exactly. So it wouldn't have to bring
fuck
it up
it.
and say,
we'll put on a
I'm
show.
concerned, bro. Help me out.
Or just put on
But
the
that
show.
doesn't necessarily mean that they've gone around spreading that information.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Could make a bigger name for ourselves for you doing it.
Fuck it, I'll do
Not
it.
to make.
I would
you
never-
be ready on your
If things
success
come,
here,
if
but-
things come to worse, it'll be like the ace in the hole. But as of right now, I'd like to hone my skills as I am right now. But if it gets to that point, and there's a couple things that are about to happen that might cause us to lose, I'll bust it out. All right,
I respect that.
That's just where my head's at.
One in the chamber.
Just know, Tomer, if you do it, you'd be a very good mascot for us.
That's kind of fucked.
How about we use your little bitch boy to be the mascot? How about that?
Whoa.
You're able to dress him up in a werewolf costume.
It's a compliment from me. I'm sorry.
Alright, now, the real reason why I wanted us to get away from there.
Leon wants to be a girl.
No.
Damn it.
You know that night you all got put in prison?
I mean, the one where we fuck shit up.
Something like that.
You mean where you got fucked up?
No, we killed people.
I got fucked up.
He got fucked up. I killed people.
That's fine.
But that's because he's my buddy, and I love him.
So, you know how I decided there was something more important to leave you all to do your own thing?
Yeah, you mean the thing we went there for?
Yeah. So, what if I told you Firebrand is those people who was that group of people I was chasing through the streets?
I believe you.
Well, I mean, it
Kinda-
makes sense because when we were in the
Makes sense because
horny halfling, like, scoping out the situation, some of those body types did match up what was in the group, from what I remember.
it's the exact same people.
Yeah.
And from what I'm aware of, that gnome or dwarf or whatever, that little fucker.
He's a gnome.
Sorry, I'm racist against tiny people. They're all so short I can't tell who they are because I don't see them.
That's okay, man.
You're welcome, son.
Yeah, I know. Short
He
too.
managed to make a wall of energy that was taller than a fucking 3-story building. I had to scale the building and then vault over the wall to continue my pursuit. And then he did it again. And he is a powerful wizard.
So what?
They revealed that they didn't do nearly as good last year, right? Before him, their new teammate. So-
That is correct.
He is definitely the powerhouse from context clues.
Well,
You do remember that in your discussions with others while the firebrands were in the arena, in fact, it was your discussions with the agents of Overshore, that Samuel said, yeah, they didn't do as well last year. In fact, they lost someone.
Yeah.
And the gnome is the replacement.
Yeah, he seems to be their powerhouse.
well, that being said, they all still performed rather well, minus the dwarf's input. So, here's what I'm thinking. You know how that werewolf took some of that demon root and happened to get real strong?
Is a good
Yes.
hypothesis.
I'm thinking they're on the root. And that's why they're involved in the distribution of the root.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. So low level, they get a chance from. I hate saying.
They just may happen to be
I'm not gonna
completely
say his
resistant
name.
to its
I'm not gonna say it. I'm going to
zombies
say
effect.
Captain Dickbutt is the one that's supplying them the supplies, which then they can travel it and expand their drug, whatever the hell it is. Because whatever.
That was the other thing I was going to say was that wouldn't they have the side effects? All of the other ones, they've either become zombies or gone crazy.
I
Well,
would assume if
maybe
you've
they get the
done
concentrated.
it many times, you're kind of aware of how to use it too.
Maybe it's like a
Trial
second
and
trait
error.
And
after.
it could be that it's sitting in water turns people into zombies. Maybe burning it has another effect. Maybe smoking it gives you superpowers.
I
I
can.
think
Run,
you're onto something.
you want me to run some tests tonight? I can run some tests.
See if adding
only
in
have the
any.
one.
Yeah, but I can splice it. I can cut it up and do multiple tests.
Well,
I'm
go.
sh-
I have had an idea, if I may.
Go ahead.
It does relate to this. Now, for context, other spellcasters, like you, for example, Ajax, you pray to your god, right?
Indeed.
I've always found my magic in a more musical way, like playing a chord from the soul.
I'm sorry, you guys don't just
And I
know
find
how to do
mine from the
this?
world around me. What's your point?
My point is, I was recently struck with a new melody, one that can commune with the dead. I was thinking if we had the chance, we had the free time, we could go back to that shack. I wanted to see if I could commune with that werewolf and get some information. It's worth a shot in my mind, but if it doesn't work,
His
I mean-
soul may be free now, so he may be willing to talk.
perhaps.
And then he can go see his girlfriend on the way there when we pass through the farm.
You're right. He can go stop by and thank the
That's
farmer's daughter.
what I'm saying, the farmer's daughter. He can go see the farmer's daughter. We can make sure that our end of the bargain was
Well, and that leads me into my second order of business here. I was wanting to go out on a search for some items that'll help us. I don't think we need a job right now.
I'm down to just...
I think we've got enough money. Let's go out in the woods. Let's go into a dungeon and find some cool
You
shit.
guys want to go camping?
I'm down with that.
I'm
I'm fine with that.
That sounds enjoyable.
I'm ready
With
good to
all
go.
of you, anytime.
I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Bitch boy's working, so we can't bring him.
I don't think he should be coming on the first
I don't
go
think
around.
you should either.
Mhm.
You might, maybe
Well, I
the
figure
second.
this might be the best trip to take him. We're not
Yeah,
going out
I
to
mean,
kill
I
anybody.
will need someone to carry my bags.
But the thing is, he just got a job. He needs a place to sit. Let him settle into the society right now. Get his bearings. Next time, if we do like a mini journey, he can come.
I agree.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to kill the boy and leave him in a dungeon to die.
Well, I wasn't going to bring him in the dungeon. I was going to leave him outside to watch our things.
But that's even worse. What if...
Then he's undefended.
Whatever.
He can
Yeah.
defend himself, clearly. He fought against you and held his own.
To a
Right.
degree.
But I get my ass handed to me by things. He's not on the same level as any of us. He'd get his ass handed to him by things.
And I don't want to worry about him. I'd rather worry about you guys. If shit goes south.
I'm
Yeah, that's
so touched you worry about me.
No, not you. You can go fuck yourself. I'm talking about Ajax.
Oh, what if I buy you a beer? Would you tell me to do that then?
No. Yeah, we're square.
I would.
Beer, please.
Yeah, I love you.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Alyssa comes over with
I'm a-
some beers for you
I'm a
guys.
simple man.
Slut for beer.
I'm a slut for a buck.
I'll go halvesies on it. I'll drink half of mine. I'll be like, here you go. You can wash that off.
I throw it back.
But I think let's do this as a plan. We go check on the farm, make sure our end of the bargain is good. There's no more attacks. We hit up the house. He does his communication, and then we start dungeoning from there.
I say that's some A-level customer service. Let's go ahead and do it.
All right. I'm gonna run,
Let's head out tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, I was like, I want to hotel it up just for tonight.
I'm gonna run some tests tonight, so I'll be up a little bit later. But I will.
Let me know if you need any help.
Actually, I could use a spare hands.
All right.
I'll take a gold. Will be my helper for tonight, just to try to get shit tested out.
Okay. So you guys are retiring for the evening, except you two, Tomer and Gold, are going to take some time doing some testing on the route.
Yep. Just with the theories that he has.
I'll stay by the bar and play some music.
Okay. Persephone? Yes. What did
I'm
you-
gonna wait an hour or so,
Okay.
and then when it's time for bed, I'm gonna go up to the bar, order 4 shots, and then go up to Tomer's room.
Okay.
That's fine.
With
Lucky
the 2 of
to
us in there running tests.
Yep.
I'm assuming she's going in after you leave.
I wait an hour or so. I don't
What
know
do
how
you
long y'all
handsome
can do your
science
shit.
boys up to?
We'll find out. I got plenty of Percy to go around.
This one chemical and this one reaction.
Firepower! Yeah,
All
but
right.
I'll do some tests based off his theories just to get some
Okay.
more knowledge on him. But
What
I'm
exactly are you trying to...
going to use my alchemy supplies just
Okay.
to do the different testings. Like if you were doing like a scientific experiment, just putting them in different conditions, see how they
Where we're
react.
going to see the different side effects
Okay.
of the root.
So how are you going to test the side effects? That's my question.
You need an
You
example. Oh,
I say we don't do it here. I say we try them in the caves.
drunk Percy.
We make pre-dispersed
I tell you
bottles.
what,
Hey,
we're in a
boys.
pretty safe environment.
I think trying them
I
in
have
the dangerous
resistance to some level of toxin based on my time in nature.
All right,
If we need to smoke some demon root,
I can smoke some demon. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be the one to smoke the demon root, as I know you can brute force hold me down for an hour.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just do that. So I'll do some splicing with my alchemy supplies.
Okay.
Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh. So
Plus
it's a total-
4. 24.
Okay. So you managed to make the tightest little blunt
I used to make these on the ship all the time when we found shit.
that you and Gold apparently are going to experiment on to find out the side effects.
Yeah.
Because that's what. Because
Oh, no. I bust out my good pipe. I've been using my crappy pipe when
Okay,
I smoke my shit.
you're actually going to. So some of it you kind of crush up
Yeah, like if I were to do it in my...
into like a like a fine powder tobacco,
like the ones that I buy from stores. Just doing like a little, not a full amount. I'm just gonna do like a little bit just to see.
Do we want to do a version of it? You have a baseline, which is your tobacco. You do a half and half, and then a full demon root.
We can do that. That's fine with me.
Let's start. I'll do my reaction to pure tobacco.
All right.
Then we'll do a reaction to half and half after some time.
Yep.
And then we'll do a reaction to full.
Hold on. Before you do this tobacco, it's a little bit strong because it's just what I used to commonly smoke. I'm going to run downstairs, grab some water just in case you get stuck. So we'll do the normal tobacco. I'll light up my normal pipe.
Cotton tongue.
It just tastes like lavender and like it smells like lavender and it tastes sweet, but like a little bit of like if you're eating like a chocolate bar with like sea salt in it, it would taste like that. The blend that I smoke. That's what I normally
Gold's
smoke.
gonna hate it.
And Gold also hates chocolate.
Yeah, Gold hates everything.
That
Yes.
sucks.
Except for kids.
except for honey jasmine tea.
Honey jasmine tea, beer, and
Hey,
women who care for animals.
Actually, I'm gonna make this better for you. I'm gonna run downstairs. I'm gonna talk to one of the couples and be like, "You guys have some honey jasmine tea laying around? Just a little bit.
Of course.
How much? Just for a little bottle."
For you guys.
I grab his hand.
Maxwell just-
I grab his hand.
Maxwell just
There's a gold coin in my hand, and I just walk away. Hey,
He has gotten used to this from you guys, so he doesn't even try to argue. He's like, all right.
listen, I know what it is to have a
fox.
family and keep up the up. I like to support a good family business. I run back upstairs. I'm like, all right, if you get a bad taste in your mouth, here's some jasmine honey. You can put that on your tongue to palate cleanse. That work?
Works for me.
All right.
Let's go ahead and try it.
First round is the normal tobacco, which is just what I normally smoke.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple puffs. You can try it.
So I need you both to make wisdom saves.
And I assume I'll come in at some point, probably while we're still doing this, to be
Okay.
honest. Later,
Alright.
but just to keep
Okay.
in mind.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 15.
You both feel fine. You're used to this.
It's
You find so it gives you that mild little bit of a buzz, just enough. You know that you've smoked it. For you, it's really more about the flavor.
Yeah, I like to mix it up.
And Gold, you hate the flavor. The flavor sucks.
It's got a weird spice to
It's
it.
just weird. It's a mild buzz too. You're not used to this, so it's affecting you just a little bit more. But it's
The room feels a little more spacious.
yeah.
right now.
But other than that, I mean, it's not like it's really impairing you in any way, shape, or form. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I could still hit a fucking dove from 100 yards away.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to wait 30 minutes, let them process it, palate
Yep.
cleanse. I'm going to do a little bit of half and half. I'm going to do less of the tobacco, a little bit of pinching of the root just to see how it reacts. He's going to smoke it only. I'm just going to be there ready to grab him if anything goes crazy.
Okay. So this is just a little bit of the root in there,
Yeah, like a couple slivers.
like a pinch,
Yeah, like a little
like
baby.
a pinch compared to the rest of it is tobacco.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me another wisdom save.
That is a 15.
Okay. You don't really feel anything different. It still feels like
You good?
tobacco.
It's no different from the first. Spice it up a little more.
All right. It's gonna be just root, no tobacco, but it's not gonna be a heaping amount. It's gonna be like maybe 2 little pinches of just the root, just to see how it reacts. And I'm gonna have myself ready to grab him just in case.
Okay.
All right, final one.
Yeah. Roll another wisdom save.
That is a 16. I just keep climbing up.
Yeah, I know. That's good. So, as he has his first puff, his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he just, it's like he's passed out. He's gone.
I'm gonna grab my pipe, put the ashes in a little container that I have. I'm just gonna feel his pulse if he's still alive or anything like that, or do you just go to sleep?
Still got a pulse.
Gold, you there?
He is out. And his eyes are like, I mean, you see, his eyes are just, all you see is the whites. They are like rolled way up into the back of his head. You don't know what's going on with him. He's still breathing.
I'm gonna sit there and just
There's
wait
still a pulse.
until he comes back. I'm gonna wait until he comes back. So I'm just gonna be sitting there, ready to go, just in case if anything happens. Just see how long it takes for him to come back.
Persephone, you have just opened the door as you see Gold just fell out onto, back onto the bed. Eyes rolled back up in his skull, and Tomer's like, whoa, okay, you alright? Checking his pulse.
What did I miss, boys? As I'm holding 4 shots.
Give me 3 of those. I'm gonna go cling, cling, cling. He's fine. He just smoked some of the demon root. We're just gonna wait for him to come back, and then if not, I'm just gonna go put him in his bed.
It's like college all over again. We're just experimenting. Come on. Everything's fine.
And then I'll take that other shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wake up to y'all fucking.
Sounds like a you problem.
I mean,
How long are you
We
gonna
waited
wait
for a
before
while.
I'm gonna wait at least an hour.
No change.
All right. I'm gonna.
Can I I don't know if I have medicine.
While this is going on, what's going
Can
on in my head?
Can I medicine check him with 0 proficiency in medicine?
You have no knowledge of medicine. You wouldn't know what to look for.
Can I investigate him?
You can try to investigate and see if there's
I walk
something you
up.
can
I
pick
mean,
up
he's
on.
definitely not doing
Yeah.
great. 3.
Yeah, you have no clue.
That shot hit me hard.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah, I got nothing, man.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. I'm gonna leave him in the bed, lock the door, take his key to his room. I'm assuming he's right next door.
It's a fair assumption.
And then I'm just gonna be like, "We're moving this to the next room over." Is that okay with you? Alright. Go take care of business.
All right.
And then once she's passed out, I'm gonna go back to my room and just sit there and watch Gold.
No, we're in your room.
No, we went to Gold's room.
She said she went to your room.
Yes, but
Yeah,
I
Well,
said
initially, yeah.
Initially.
They moved to Gold's room because
Okay.
Gold was passed out of the bed.
It's easier than moving him.
yeah. And then while she went to sleep, I got up and I went to go just watch Gold.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay in the room and lock the door and just sleep right next to the bed, just in case. So anytime he wakes up,
Okay.
he'll wake me up.
Morning rolls around. You wake up as you are splashed with vomit.
Dude.
Gold, you feel like hell. You did not get a long rest. Whatever that was, you are absolutely exhausted. And your stomach is
Just
upset.
inside out.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's a
you've been around a long time. You've had nights of serious drinking. This tops the list.
You're a crossfaded demon root.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, here. As I'm gonna grab I'm assuming like a rag that I have on me. I'm gonna go to the corner, get a bucket with water, and just start cleaning myself. And then I'm gonna bring him over a clean glass of water. Drink this. I'll get you something for the headache. I'll run downstairs, get him a jasmine tea, or something, and then I'm gonna ask him, "Hey, do you guys have anything to sober somebody up after a bad night? Just something to make him feel a little bit better."
Bit of hair of the dog.
All right, give me some bit hair of the dog.
All right. Hand you a tankard of ale.
Fuck it. I go back upstairs. Now listen. Now, this is how I cure my hangovers, but we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take one of the shot glasses that I left in the room, pour a little shot of beer. Just take it slowly.
You got raw eggs.
Yeah, I got raw eggs. Let me go back downstairs.
Just casually in my
Yeah,
pocket.
you can get some raw.
Here. Go for it. Rocky style.
Crack him into the flanker.
Oh.
Who's Rocky? Is that Gollum maker?
No, he's a tough son of a bitch I knew on the ship, and that was his hangover cure.
Okay.
Unrelated note, I
Smoking
swapped out
doesn't
my new spell that I have yet to use yet for a different spell.
Okay.
So I figured
Yep.
it'd be fine since
Well,
I used it.
Yep.
This is gonna be your new room, because I kind of left something in your room while you were passed out.
You didn't put shit on the floor, did you?
No, I
No, it's
left
on the bed.
I left
Yep.
a
Your
let's
side's
just
bed.
say I left a lady of the night in your room.
Oh, I left her in my room too. The fuck's the point?
Okay. Just covering all my bases.
Besides,
Call me a lady.
Whatever you want, man. I puked all over you.
That's fine.
Smoking it doesn't work.
For you, I'm gonna start microdosing.
You became the very thing you swore to destroy.
Guess we're all gonna fucking get hooked on demon
You weren't
power.
supposed to join them, Termina. You were supposed to defeat them.
If you can't beat them, join them.
You can't beat them. Copy their methods and then destroy them with their own
I'm gonna make
methods.
sure Gold's all right. I'm gonna go back to my new room while he sobers up. See if she's still sleeping in the bed.
What time is it?
I need a watch.
I'm probably up. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, you're good. Fun night. Go back. I go over to my buddy's room.
Alright.
Knock on it. Hey, go check up on Gold. He's in my room. I gotta take a bath or clean myself up. I smell like
You smell like shit.
Yeah, thanks to your buddy. I'm gonna go take a bath.
Alright.
I realize we're all the same.
Stuck in your fucking fur.
Oh, it's not fur. It's
No,
just,
I know.
It's on my green skin. I don't want a werewolf to smell like barf.
So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of trudge over to the room that Gold is in.
Mm. Yeah, he looks like ass.
I'm just gonna. I'll pick him up and put him over my shoulder and take him downstairs.
Wait, give him a good berry.
Come on, buddy. Breakfast will do you good.
Call me Copper right now.
Just.
So eventually, after a cleaning,
Whatever.
a carrying,
Momentary 5%.
and a sauntering down the stairs for others, you all find yourselves at a breakfast table.
The huge.
Yeah, there's a decent crowd for breakfast, but it's not as busy as it was last night. If you guys wanted a little more privacy, it's pretty easy to find a table away from everyone.
We'll go to the table.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be just eating and then heading out. We already have a game plan.
I'm gonna
Privacy.
approach Johnny.
Okay.
If I see him working.
We got a game plan though.
We do, but I smoked a little something last night.
I'll take the first driving shift.
You know that root that people have been turning into zombies over?
Oh, you guys weren't fucking with that, were you?
Oh, I smoked it.
How'd that go for you?
That's pretty
I
fucking
puked
dumb.
all
Why
over
would y'all
our
do
orc
that?
friend. Well, we need to figure out what's going on with this root. I have a good idea now, based on my previous experiences, that ingesting it is probably the only way to get any benefit from it. I'm just wondering how much you have to ingest to not basically die.
And you're testing it on yourself.
I tested this one on myself, yes.
It's better to test on Gold than me to test an amigo full wolf.
I would advise against going too much further with that
Oh,
for
no.
your own
We're gonna take a break.
safety.
We're gonna
Right,
take
we should capture someone and then force them to
That's
take
kind of fucked up, but I also agree from a safety standpoint.
I was making a joke. I'm a little concerned that you agree.
I volunteer as
Shift
tribute.
No.
Hold on, who's our new friend?
I said I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, all right.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Oh, Santa's walking.
We're on
Okay.
the road
I'm
again.
gonna try and recover here with some eggs and fruit.
Alright, breakfast comes your way.
You'll have time to rest on the ride.
You
Take a fucking fat nap.
see Jonathan over there
Meditate.
at one of the tables, kind of
I'm a
bussing up
self-shelf, I sleep.
the plates and stuff like that from the people who just left after having their breakfast there.
24
Morning,
hours of
Jonathan.
uninterrupted sleep.
Morning.
Working hard or hardly working?
Working medium, I guess. It's not super busy like it was last night.
I think you're doing a good job.
Trying.
Well, I wanted to let you know that the Devils and I, we're heading out. I'm in search of answers, where we all are. So we'll be gone for a time. If you'd like, I can try and communicate with you through sending around nighttime.
What's in it?
Remember that time my voice appeared in your head? It's what convinced you to come back here.
Oh,
It's just a little nifty spell.
okay.
I'll keep in touch with you, but I won't bug you if you don't want that.
No, that's fine. I'm just wondering when you're going to teach me some more of that fighting stuff.
I'll talk to my group. Gold, you don't look so well, okay? Ajax,
Yes.
I think you're second in command here, right?
Gold doesn't look good, therefore he can't make decisions.
You look like hell. Go away. You're up.
You're standing.
I've never been a leader before. Fair enough.
We're not in a ridiculous rush, no?
I think we are a little pressed for time.
We got to get some training and find some stuff before the tournament starts.
There is a method to the madness here. We are looking for stuff as well as getting more training. We saw what we're up against. That's no easy crap. Granted, those challenges were a little above what we're
we're not fighting a dragon.
doing, but still, those were pretty impressive feats of strength, respectively.
Right, but
I assume we'll be tested equally on our
we could
rank.
spare an hour or two this morning.
I mean, we got a
I'm gonna
long way
chime
to
in
go.
from across the way. An hour or two is fine, for fuck's sake.
Thank you.
Listen, while
Does
we
he
get...
want to dodge arrows?
Let's not
Can
get
you throw
that
arrows
far.
right now?
They'll be
Trying to spend some
sandbags
extra
at the
time
end.
with your
That actually works.
with your friend here.
That's what I wanted to do. Words. That's what I wanted to do.
I think that's worth it.
Let's take him at the south end of the bowl and put him to the test.
Last time we were talking, you wanted to do trade. You still want to do that training there, Gold?
I'll torture you guys. It's fine.
Oh, you're not going to join us?
Oh no, I'm joining. I am the one.
Listen,
who's
he
going
gets
to
a
be
pass
testing
for
you.
today after what I realized what happened last night.
All right. Well, I think we're all in agreement then.
Let's get some training done. We'll give it an hour or two. Then you guys get the horses. I'll carry Gold.
I don't need to be carried.
I got a quick shopping trip to do if you guys want to mill about for an hour.
My training wasn't really going to be of much help for you anyway,
All
so
right.
that's fine. If you want to go shopping.
Just hustle on back.
We'll meet you at the wagon.
So I walk over to
Party
Marsh
split
and then-
simulator.
Well, I've
Every session.
consulted with them,
Yeah.
right? And
It's easier that way.
we could have about an hour or two of training.
Okay.
I'm taking
Hold on. You see him kind of running into the back area. And just a little bit later, he comes back. And he's like, yeah, I just talked to Maxwell. He said it was okay. So, yeah, I just got to be back here in time for the lunch rush.
Good initiative. I was about to ask that question myself. All right. Gold, you lead the way. You had something in mind, I believe.
Let's head out south into the farmland.
All
We
right.
just need a field.
Let's get going.
Get
Alright.
full geared up. This isn't going to be fun.
Oh, I'm already in full gear. Let's just get this over with.
So you guys take the wagon and everything?
Yeah.
All right.
While Ajax is driving, I'm going to fashion arrows to have sandbags at the end of them rather than sharp tips.
Okay. You're making training arrows. Got it.
Yep.
And you've got time to do so because, maneuvering the cart through the streets and out, it takes you from where you're at, a good hour and a half to get to the south gate of...
Oh, we're going to be out for a lot more than...
He ain't gonna be back for the lunch rush.
They'll be back for a lunch
Yeah.
rush.
And you're now out into
I don't expect them to
the
last
kind of the
long
south
anyway.
fields. Then you find some open space.
Before we head out, I'll just let her know. Just meet back here in like 2 hours. Just so we have a meeting location.
I mean, if we left to where we're going right now without doing anything,
It'd probably
back,
be easier to have
It'd be 3
her head
hours.
south
Yeah.
and just send him walking back.
Then he might not make the lunch rush. Whatever.
Fair enough.
You don't make lunch rush. It was like 8:89.
Make them walk back. Fuck you, kid.
Hey, he's got to learn sometime. We all walk.
That's
Alright.
fair.
So here's what I want for training. I want you two to spar.
Oh, bring it on.
I think you two are good at one-on-one combat and therefore should continue practicing that and owning your skill.
Me and Tomer?
Yes.
Leon says this with a bit of a hesitant face.
And I don't want either of you holding back.
Oh, yes! Yes!
So, what you're saying is, I have to fight the werewolf.
Yes.
You scared of a little dog?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
I know, it's intimidating, but it's
Jonathan, I have some other training in mind. That includes you, Ajax.
Go climb a tree.
No.
Shit.
Ajax, would you mind getting about, I don't know,
100 yards.
50 feet away?
Let me go take a breath.
And a good
start
6 shorter.
I nod and walk out 50 feet.
All right. Jonathan, I have this sack full of dummy arrows here.
I'm eyeballing what's going on over there. Like, wait a what?
If I had glasses, I'd be putting them on. What?
So your training is simple. The first rule of survival out here in the field is not dying. And you know what's the easiest way of not dying? Avoiding the danger.
Okay.
So here is my training for you. 50 feet ahead of you, you see Ajax. He is fully geared, ready to kill.
He kind of gets a little bit of a nervous look on his face.
I'm right here with a sack full of arrows. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to run. You are to run past Ajax and get out to 100 feet. Meanwhile, I will be here shooting arrows at you. If you can make it to 100 feet,
And what's he gonna?
I'm going to seriously train.
What's he gonna do?
He's going to stop you from advancing past that 50 foot.
Ah, shit.
He's the benchmark. Anything beyond that, I'm surprised and impressed.
You hear like taking like a deep breath and be like, oh shit, what did I get into? Kind of expression.
I'm gonna yell out into the distance. Ajax,
Yeah.
make sure to hit him with the flat of your sword. I don't want to kill the kid.
I have a hammer now.
Hit him with the bigger side of the hammer, then.
Yeah,
That
the
doesn't hurt.
pointy side.
I take out the maul.
Oh jeez.
I'm pretty sure we have a shield in the wagon. I'm gonna sift through and hope I can find a shield off of like some of her old gear.
Okay. Yeah.
Before
You're fine. It's not much of a shield.
It's
In
like
fact, you
basically
would-
the end of a barrel.
Yeah, you would basically call it the lid of a barrel or a random piece of wood that just is vaguely shield shaped.
Mind recapping me on what I missed?
he's gonna make him run and dodge arrows, and Ajax gets to stop him at the 50-foot mark. If he makes it past Ajax to 100 yards, Gold will seriously train him. But if not, we'll see what happens.
Gold, how hard am I trying?
You're gonna stop him. So,
Yup.
I'm gonna give you this shield. You have two options of how to use this.
Okay.
You can put it on your back and stop my arrows, or you can hold it in front of you and try and stop that sword, or stop that hammer.
Hammer time.
Before all of this training starts, I look over to Jonathan and I say, "Give it your all, you tough bastard." He has bardic inspiration.
At least someone's rooting for you.
What do I?
Not that bardic inspiration ever did jack shit for anyone.
I mean, listen. Sometimes it saves,
So,
sometimes it
before-
doesn't.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing.
He gets started, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Oh God.
And I'm gonna cast Bless on myself.
This kid is fucked.
It's like, I'm rooting for you.
We're not.
Yeah, so nobody's
You
gonna
said
get
to stop him,
into-
right?
I said to stop him.
Not to kill him.
I lift that whole person.
Oh,
Whole
that's
person.
That's a dick move.
Okay, so on that note, what I need from you two, Tomer and Leon. Do you have extra note cards there
Oh, yeah.
for a second? I'll give one to each of them. And what I need from each of you is 10 rounds of combat. So I want each of you to roll an attack roll and damage
Okay.
and write those numbers down. So 10 of each of those should show up on there. And then, based on your ACs and stuff like that, you're going to just figure out, okay, who hit the most, who did the most damage, all that, and, and kind of figure it out that way. In the meantime,
Well, I have a question.
7, again.
Right.
Yay.
Part of my whole dealio, right, is I do have spells, and Gold asked us not to hold back. Is there
Yep.
any way I could factor those into account for these attacks?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. This is just
No, I got
kind of a general thing to start with.
So 10
Well-
attack rolls and damage rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
While I am working with this.
What if I have 2 attacks per turn?
That is so mean, but okay.
There you go.
Okay, 20 rolls. Got it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Gold Ajax. It's time to roll initiative. And Persephone, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go sell the
11.
shiny rocks that my boy Snoogle gave to me.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
22.
That's good to know. Okay. So, Gold, you quickly draw an arrow and he hasn't moved yet.
I didn't think I'd have to tell you, but run!
You hear Gold yell run, and you're like, and he hasn't moved yet by the time, because your reaction times are fast. You're used to combat. You're used to this kind of stuff. This kid obviously isn't. But eventually then, he starts moving. And you said you wanted him 50 yards away?
50 feet, yeah.
50 feet away.
Well, 100.
Well,
no,
he
the,
was
the
50.
goal
Okay, yeah.
to meet is 100 feet.
So,
Maybe you should have been a little bit more. You could move like 60 in one turn.
Depends.
That's one missed attack.
Leon's got that little shield you gave him.
You mean Jonathan?
Yeah. Sorry. Jonathan's
You're
got a little
also running
shield.
now.
And what dice you, just D6s for your Bardic Inspiration?
It's D8.
D8s now. Okay, good enough. Okay. And he goes ahead and starts sprinting out towards Ajax, and he's on the move. And he gets up about 20 feet away from Ajax. And all of a sudden, not too bad.
Rolling good to hit.
He
Damage.
dives into the tall grass.
Wait, where? What? I imagine we were in like a short grass / dirt field.
You didn't specify. You said fields.
Okay, so it's just describe it to me since we're standing in it.
You're looking at grass, maybe. Well, for you're super tall. You're like what, 6'5", 6'6", or more, or
Yeah,
8.
He's a furball.
Yeah.
Bro, you're 8
For
feet
you, it's
tall.
like knee high. For a normal human, it's almost waist high. Okay, so it's not super tall grasses, but it's still,
The one time
It's still
14 max
enough that he just kind of dives down. Need perception checks.
That's a 20.
Ooh, I got a nat 20. That's a 24.
Oh god. Yeah, you guys both clearly see it.
I
I mean, he's trying.
Noble attempt. I'm going to punish him for everything. My turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and Planar Warrior. I already have Hunter's Mark on him from pre. Does a 16 meet his AC?
It might, as long as you roll with disadvantage, because he is prone. And you're shooting
The other was a nat 20, so I assume so.
Okay,
Oh, he's still prone? Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
So, yes, that arrow hits him right in the ass.
Ooh. He turned both cheeks.
That is 15 damage, 6 of it being normal piercing, the rest force.
So you're actually trying to damage him.
Oh, yeah.
Now you put...
Subdual.
No,
So it's
that-
piercing damage? You're no bag on the end?
Sorry, I guess it's blunt damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
The rest is still force now.
He ends up killing him.
Y'all gotta kill this fucking kid.
Oh, we're gonna
No,
beat the
it's-
fuck out of him.
I can spare the die. He's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you can't spare the
I
dead.
want him to
I can
understand
revivify
that there are
if I have
consequences to his
For sure.
actions.
Yeah, you don't.
And if he
but
doesn't
you
do
use a
something
resource.
well enough, he's going to get hurt for it.
Okay. Your turn.
All right, I'm going to walk over to him, and I'm going to roll an attack.
Okay.
But if it hits, I'm just going to let you know I'm going to purposely miss by that much. I'm aiming to the area right next to him.
Okay. And you're not rolling with this with advantage though, because
Is he no longer prone?
No, he's still prone. He took the dodge action.
Fair enough. All right, so again, even if I were to hit him, I'm not trying to hit him, but
Yeah.
it'll be intimidating. So
So basically, you're trying to intimidate.
I got 13 plus. I have
Yeah.
bliss.
That.
Okay, and I'm gonna bring the hammer down and make a cloud of dirt right next to where
His
his
head
head is.
Okay. Okay. He is definitely intimidated by that. It is
I
actually
say,
his.
gotcha.
It is actually his turn, and you can see. Damn, that arrow. He's breathing hard already. You thought it might have hit him in the ass, but apparently he is like kind of crouched up, and it hit him like right in the middle of the back. And you think, oh shit, maybe might have collapsed a lung or something like that. I mean, he's having trouble breathing. He's not looking too good. But
I probably wouldn't have taken that in yet, given it's like 5 seconds
yeah,
since that happened.
But I mean, you're looking at him. He does not look too good already. He, however, gets up and moves away from you, and you do not get an attack of opportunity.
Not even a grapple attempt?
Nope,
Use the disengage action.
not as an action.
Half the movement was used, though,
Yeah.
for standing up, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So he is now 15 feet closer to his goal, which is 5 feet short. But then he uses his action, moves another 30 feet. He is past the 50-foot mark. In fact, he is at 75 feet.
I smile quite a bit.
But it is your turn. He is not looking good right now.
I'm not gonna use the planar warrior action,
Okay.
but I am definitely gonna try and lodge one on the back of his head.
Okay.
Doink.
That is. There it is. 22.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm good to go too, but also not good to go because I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Oh my fucking
That
god!
is 8 damage.
It's high.
Damn! You got knocked the fuck out! As this arrow sails through the air as Jonathan is running.
Oh.
This sandbag practically explodes on the back of his head. He kind of tumbles forward into the grass. You don't see him get up.
Damn.
He's probably knocked the fuck out.
Ajax,
I'm gonna run
did
over
he
to
roll into the 100-foot mark?
How far off is he?
He's about 75 feet right now.
Okay.
So he's 25 feet shy.
I'm gonna walk over, or I'm gonna move quickly, not walk, but speed walk. I'm not gonna sprint.
Just kick him over to the.
I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm going to take him over on my shoulder to the 100-foot mark, and then drop him back down and hit him with Cure Wound.
Give him a little bit of sense of hope. Just a little bit of hope. So
I'm gonna
shit.
act like I didn't say
And,
that.
how much damage did you do? You did 8 this round. What did you do in the first round exactly?
It was like 16 or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because
Keep it.
I mean, that 8 was. I mean, he had 2 hit points.
I rolled a few ones on my first one too. Is the bad thing
Oh, yeah.
because I get to roll 3 dice on damage.
jeez.
And I will, Cure Wounds him for. Doesn't even matter. Let's see. CD8. I think that is that one. 3 plus
Your spell modifier.
4, so 7.
Okay. He groans. Oh, that sucked.
Not bad, kid. Hey, Gold, how far you reckon he made it?
About 99 feet.
I nudge him a little bit more.
I walk over. Oh no, that's 101 feet.
Not bad, kid. And I kind of reach down, pick him up, and put him on his feet. Give him that friendly, not hard back pat.
I'd almost call you a devil, man. That was not bad at all.
He smiles through obvious, still sore back and pain and a little bit of labored breathing. But there is indeed a bit of a smile on his face.
He's still got to work. I feel bad for this. I'm going to hit him with another cure wound.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll have to teach him some of our tactics behind enemy lines.
He heals for another 9.
Okay, yeah, he's feeling a lot better now.
Alright, so you know how to run. That's lesson 1. How much time before your lunch rush, kid?
It's still
It's still probably about
That was like all of
2.5 hours.
20 seconds.
Yeah, he's probably
How
got
long
like
would it take
2.5
him to
hours.
walk back, though?
You figure you could probably, I mean, when you're navigating the cart,
Well,
it takes. It's not like just riding a horse.
Mm-hmm.
People will move out of the way of the horse, because a horse will just trample you. But also, a horse isn't like the width of the fucking roadway. When you've got a cart, people will move out of your way, but it takes longer, and you're pulling the cart. It's a little slower. It's not super fast compared to walking. You figure from where you're at, it took you about an hour and a half to get here. Might take him 2 hours to walk. So you still have half an hour or so of time, you figure, before he's got to be back at the honeypot.
Alright, I'm going to take some one-on-one time with Jonathan and teach him some behind enemy lines bullshit we used back in the day.
Fair enough.
Okay. While you are doing that, before I get to you guys, Persephone.
Yes.
Persephone. Persephone.
Uh-huh.
So you are out attempting to sell these stones.
Yeah.
Okay. Going any store in particular, or just just trying to find
Any store, really. I mean, I want to make sure they're not, like, obviously stolen goods kind of thing.
Okay.
So black
So you just-
market if it seems like I need to.
So, well, it's up to you.
Black market is.
You want to try to find the black market? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, give me investigation.
Good. 5.
Okay.
Good, great.
You spend about the first hour
Mm-hmm.
looking around, trying to find signs of anything that would be black market. And you realize you've just been walking around the bowl, the market area of the bowl, that you've been many, many times and never seen anything like that here in this area of the city.
Maybe go to a regular store then.
Okay.
If that's the case, I'm not going to sell all of them. Just a few of them. I don't want to.
Okay. All right. Which ones are you going to sell?
I got some. I have written down emerald. I have black. I have ore with a question mark. I have red, and I have orange, and then a few other things. But I'm gonna go for the black, the red, and the emerald.
Okay. Black, red, and the emerald. All right. So you find a shop that looks like it deals with, some jewelry of some kind. When you walk in, I mean, you're definitely, some of this is clearly faux type stuff, like glass and colored glass and fake stuff. It's, lower end stuff that, anybody could basically afford if they wanted to try to, look a little nicer, or, hardworking guy, working his butt off and wants to give a gift to his, his wonderful partner and decides I'm gonna get a nice necklace that looks pretty, but doesn't cost shit. But there are a couple things further back towards the main counter that are definitely not glass. You're not exactly sure what stones some of these are, but you are seeing a couple like, oh look, that's got to be some kind of small ruby or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very small setting. You know, a couple different things like that. Sitting back behind there is just this, middle-aged gentleman. He's got some kind of weird monocle thing he's kind of holding up to his eye, and he seems to be looking at some kind of jewelry that he's wearing. Mostly, kind of a gold, silver bracelet thing with a couple little stones on it. He seems to be working on it.
Hello, good sir.
Yes, one moment. Okay, there. God. What can I do for you?
Do you guys, I guess, purchase fine gems such as what you have here?
Well, it depends. I mean, what do you got?
I pull out the emerald, the black, and the red.
Okay. He takes a look at him, puts his little monocle thing up again, starts looking at him closely. So, they're kind of small.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I couldn't really afford anything big anyway, but they're not too bad. What were you thinking to get for them?
Can I, do a general knowledge to figure out, give or take, what, in theory, I think they would sell for?
Sure. I'll say give me a straight intelligence check, because you're not proficient in gem cutting or anything like that. 4!
I'm doing great today.
Doing great. Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, they could be range in value anything from 2 silver to, 20 platinum. You don't know.
Why don't you make me an offer?
He looks at him a little closer. So these 3 is what you're wanting to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of what I could use them in. Actually make a profit off of that. I mean, I could probably give you 20 gold for all 3.
I'm gonna twirl my hair and say 25. Mm-hmm. And I'm more than happy.
All right, fine. 25. I'm not going to make much off that, but at least I'll get a little bit, I guess. Fair enough. Reaches out, shakes your hand. Hands over 25 gold and kind of swipes those gems back into his hand. Takes them back towards the back of the shop. There you go.
All right. I'll, making my way back.
Making your way back.
Downtown.
All right, so Tomer, Leon, let's see those cards.
Fun. Oh, I also take half damage on everything because I go into werewolf form.
Yeah, I'm gonna get straight up butt fucked here.
That was not the instructions.
He didn't have you roll
the
for
instructions
butt
were to fight, not doing that.
I know he got better rolls than me. If he wanted to bug fuck me, I ain't got the option.
You my bitch.
My baby.
Both 16s. Okay. So,
what were you saying about factoring in spells and whatnot? You figured that out?
You're like,
Please.
It's just like a teensy crumb of chance.
Please, sir.
That's all I have.
The bard can have a little magic as a treat.
That's a treat. Imagine if I wasn't a swords bard. I would die first round to this guy.
Probably.
he missed you a total of 3 times.
That's why I want to use magic.
You hit him a total of 2 times.
You missed him a total of 3 times. Of course, he had double the attacks.
It would have been cool if he missed a total of 6 times.
But let's see here. First round. Okay. So, first round, you both attack. You take some walloping hits as Tomer obviously does not lay off. I mean, he followed the instructions.
Yeah.
You are already looking like hell.
Mm-hmm.
However, you did manage to strike him as well for half of 8.
Right. The funniest thing, if you check that sheet there, the highest rolls I got on were the ones that I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was like, you
Yeah.
rolled a 2 on the die.
Yeah. Now, I need you on the second round.
You?
I need you to roll a acrobatics check.
Me?
Yes.
Okie dokie. 15.
Spicy.
Okay. As you're getting pummeled, you manage to kind of back roll out of the way, and you get a chance to cast a spell.
Okay, I'm casting Bane. Oh, wait, let me check real quick just to make sure. It's charisma saving throw. Yep. I am casting Bane.
Okay. I need a charisma save from you, Tomer.
Iggy. The other thing I wanted to do is, on any of my attacks that would matter, activate...
Yeah, that's a 6.
That is a 6. All right.
Failure.
So the other thing I want to do on, like, 2 of my attacks, activate Bardic Inspiration, what's it called? Motherfucking, Blade Flourish, Defensive Flourish. I have 2 of Bardic Inspiration remaining. And
Is that one concentrate or is that a...
it's not a concentration.
Okay.
Bane is.
What Bane is, yeah.
Okay.
But for Defensive Flourish, it says you expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration die to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. Damage equals the number you roll on the Bardic Inspiration die. You also add the number rolled to your AC until the start of your next turn. And I would be able to do that twice.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens this round.
Alright.
Okay. So, I need you, Tomer.
Uh-huh.
Actually, here's what I'm going to do. To make it spicy and interesting, go ahead and roll that Bardic Inspiration.
Alright, come on, don't roll a 2. Hey, a 6.
6. Okay. Because of getting hit with this spell, you do not take any damage, Tomer.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, as you try to go forward, it's kind of you feel a bit off, and you actually manage to miss that round.
Uh-huh.
Now, for the third round, I need you to roll a d4 twice, once for each attack.
3 and a 1.
Okay. Okay. That was your 1 grace period round with that D8. So he still hits you.
Alright.
And that first hit.
Is it nat 20, isn't it?
No, that first hit is your remaining 9 hit points, because he did 29 in the first fucking round.
Yep. 29 damage?
Yeah. As you drop.
Second attack was a nat 20.
I lasted less than 18 seconds.
You did 17 points in that second attack.
Then I am proud.
And I didn't even
of you.
activate Crimson Right. I could have been even more disgusting.
I would
You
do
didn't
that.
activate. How did you do that much damage?
Because my sword gives me a plus 4 to hit, and it's 2d6 plus 3.
Your sword gives you a plus 40.
No, plus 5 to hit, I'm sorry. Moon Touch Sword, plus 5 to hit, 2d6.
That's just your 2 hit.
Yeah, that's your 2 hit. It's
Yeah.
not the sword giving you that. That's what you have when you're using your sword.
Yeah.
Well, GG, good my sir, my good sir.
You're good, sir.
Sir.
Sir. All right, so. Yes. So, about the time that Ajax has drug Jonathan over the 100-foot mark and then healed him back up. And he stands up. You look over a little ways away, and you see, bam, boom, Leon goes down.
Oh.
Well, I thought that was a closer matchup.
Can I see that? Can I look at the kid? He's never seen me in my hybrid form.
Right now, he's still kind of out of it and in pain, and he's not really even looking over that
Just go over
direction.
there and be like, run. You're next.
So, what are you two doing now? You said you were going to take Leon for some one-on-one...
I was going to take Jonathan.
Or Jonathan. I keep saying Leon.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
Junior.
I'm gonna Leon 2.0.
Is there,
The
are there
Leon we always
trees
wanted.
around?
They're in the
Or is it just a
trees.
field?
The trees are singing fortunate song. There are some trees around, but it's
Is there
more.
a tree I
It's,
can just sit up against while I'm watching them?
oh yeah, probably
Okay.
a good 60 feet away. There's a tree there. I mean, there's a couple out there, but you kind of wanted more of an open area, so
Yeah, I'll go kick back up against a tree while I'm watching them because he wants to do a one-on-one.
okay.
I'm going to pick Leon and just walk over to Ajax. Yep. And just put him right next to him. Just watch him.
You could have held back a little.
Hey, Gold said go full force. I'm going full force.
Yeah.
I am unconscious.
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're out. You're out cold.
You'll wake up.
So, what are you doing?
Firstly, I want to go ahead and see how well he knows how to hide.
Okay.
So, first thing I taught you is run. You very clearly already know how to do this.
Not good enough.
No, you made it to the 100-foot mark. That's good enough.
You can do 0.
All right.
I'm gonna spare the dying.
So, I want to see if you can hide from me. I'm going to turn around for 10 seconds.
Okay.
Stay within 50 feet. Everything is fair game. Hide.
Okay. So you give him 10 seconds.
10
Okay.
seconds within 50 feet.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and make a survival check to go ahead and track him down.
I'm gonna go. Watch this, and I use fog cloud.
Did you actually do that? Okay.
I'm going to pull out my flask and be like, yeah, that's a good one. Here, watch. Take some of that. Take some of that.
Okay.
Good move. Good move.
It's
Make
traded for
your
gold
survival
too.
check at disadvantage.
Everybody's training today, boy.
I knew I'd find a use for that spell.
That is a 12.
You can't see shit in this. I mean, right at first, when you turn around, you're like, okay. You're like, oh, I think I see a track. And then it's just fog everywhere. You're like,
I'm just gonna shout, "Damn, this weather's pretty crazy today, huh?"
Who the fuck turned on the Silent Hill filter?
Hey, Gold, he's behind. Oh, wait, never mind.
He's behind everything at the moment.
I also now need a perception check.
Also
At disadvantage.
Okay. That one's a 21.
Damn, interesting.
Ooh, fog's not gonna help that time.
You're screwed, boy.
You hear a noise for just a second, about 30 feet to your left. Just a slight noise.
I'm going to take my dummy arrow.
Okay.
I still have that hunter's mark up.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just going to half prime, just launch it over there and see what happens.
Okay. Roll a disadvantage.
Fucking dumb.
That's a 13.
Oh!
You okay, Jonathan?
You hear me burst out laughing with the with Tomer.
I kind of choke up on my pipe as I'm smoking. I'm like,
That's in the ribs.
I'm gonna walk over there and see how he's hiding.
He was pretty well hidden. Even without the fog. You tied on that perception with his stealth. You did pretty well.
My crazy stealth is what makes this real.
Oh, thank you.
I heard you make a noise.
It's
you
still
hit?
hard to breathe.
I'll take a minute. I want to see what you hit. You gave me some trouble back there, kid. Did you try moving, or what's going on?
No, You realize it was labored breathing. Most likely from still not recovering from the first bout of arrows, especially the one to his back. You seriously think that, you may have collapsed a lung there with that arrow because it slammed into him so hard and then you get the, But, thanks to your healing, but that still doesn't make it not sore.
True.
They killed my Padawan. They killed my Padawan. They shot him in the back, and now his fucking lung is gone.
He wakes up from being passed out for just a sec to sing that, and then immediately
Yeah.
I think I'll leave sword training to Leon for you. You know how to survive, and that's all I really wanted to know.
Good job to both of y'all, and I dissipate the fog.
Come here, boy.
They're about 20 feet away from where you thought they would be. You're like,
Well, I actually
shit.
wouldn't have even
They're
been
still
able
in
to
the
really
fog.
see that.
yeah,
so.
they're still in the fog, but you're like, you thought they were over there when you cast it. Oh shit, they're over there.
What's the kid's name again?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, come here.
He's
I'll walk over there to make it easier.
he's walking, but he's clearly not feeling great. He's sore, pretty sore.
I give him a fist bump as he passes me the tomer.
Listen here. This might take the edge off a little bit. I'll pop open my flask. Sip, not a swig. Sip, lightly.
That's strong.
Concentrated lemon juice.
That's some hardcore liquor that we used to.
Just lime juice and honey that's been sitting there for 9 months.
He'll be fine. Walk it off.
I have no spell slots left at the beginning of the day.
So, anything else you guys are doing at this time?
Who would love to wake up?
Yeah, you eventually
wait
do
for
wake up.
Persephone to head out.
So you're going to meet them, right? Persephone? Or?
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
going back to rendezvous where we said we were going to meet.
All right, so you end up making your way back there, and after the little bit of time of training with Jonathan, picking on poor unconscious Leon, eventually he makes his way back into the city and starts heading towards the honeypot. And not too long, after that, Persephone arrives and sees you guys there, where you told her to meet.
Go what were you thinking? That man is no match for me. Or I have no match for him.
No, I know what you said.
No match for me.
No match for me. He's a monster. Tomer, you are terrifying.
Told you.
Yeah, he's a monster.
You wanted to get as good as you one day, right?
I'm gonna wink at her.
No,
Hey, Jason,
That's
if
a
she
step.
says that, I'm gonna wink at her.
Get as good as him. That's a step closer.
all right.
Y'all
Think of him as
disgust me.
in between.
Listen, a man has needs, man. Makes it
I'm
easy.
not upset by any means.
I don't expect you to be upset. I just want to explain my rationale.
All right.
He's got some good hand-to-hand combat. It's just a thing I find a little bit dirty, if I'm being honest.
I
It's
actually
true.
respect your fighting, believe it or not.
Well, when you learn it from
It's
a bunch
a
of
fair-
pirates, you get what you get.
See, that's why I respect it, though. Because you take what you can get.
Yep. And give nothing back.
I'm more impressed with Jonathan, though.
I
Kid's a
didn't
survivor.
think that kid.
He knows how to run and he knows how to hide. The only reason he evaded me was because I beat the fuck out of him earlier.
Hopefully not too badly.
He can walk.
He's fine.
Listen, it's gonna help him build muscle.
He'll make it to the shift with a bit of character.
He'll build some scars. He'll toughen up his skin. He'll be fine. I actually feel more confident that he could join us now on our little side quest next time we go if we keep this training up.
I'm going to hype him up to Leon and tell him how he made it to the 100 foot mark.
You remember what Gold did the first time you joined? Yeah, he made it there too.
I gotta use the restroom again.
Well, that happens.
Damn squirrel bladder.
Well, either way, I think it's a good time to pack supplies and start heading out.
I agree.
I
Head
think
up
I got
to
everything
the,
on me. Anything else we need to take with us?
We're gonna head up to the werewolf cabin.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up the farm, which then we can take the back way to get to the wolf camp.
Yeah, I'll take the first driving shift.
Well, I think we want to bring the wagon as far. I don't even think
We
need
brought the wagon last time. It's a long walk otherwise.
Well, the wagon only made it to the farm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can at least take it there.
Yeah, we can ask
think-
if we'd storage there.
I mean, that's no faster
Sure
than
they-
walking.
It's way faster than walking.
Getting there first, and then going.
Our wonderful DM literally just said taking the wagon to the city is slower than walking.
Oh, through the city.
No, not
okay.
slower than walking. It's not much faster.
Oh, not much faster then. Very
Yeah.
well.
Plus, we'll.
I want to take the wagon.
No, okay.
We'll take the wagon to the farmstead. If you want somebody to watch the wagon while we go, do our thing.
Have you walked all day in full plate gear?
When you're out in the wilderness and stuff like that, the wagon is faster.
Mhm.
It's trying to go through a city. The
Well,
wagon's
how many-
much faster when you're out on the road.
How many horses are with our wagon?
Just because I can do it
Just
doesn't
two.
mean I
Oh,
like it.
okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, we just don't take
Well,
horses.
you got the nice wagon from
No, I was just thinking we have
The
more horses,
governess
we
of
can
the
all
state.
just take a horse. But
yeah, but you got the nice
horses.
wagon from the governess of the state.
I
And
like
that-
horses.
That's two horses.
Mhm.
You know, bring that. So.
Either way, we can go ahead and head out to the farm, speak with the fuck that guy's name is, the farmer dude.
Sir Lavare.
That's a
Lavari.
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 So we're getting on the wagon, right?
Yeah.
Can we take a short rest? Since we'd be on the
Yeah,
wagon.
if you're not driving, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
Yeah,
short
I'm going
rest.
to be driving first.
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna take a fat
Mhm.
I guess I'm
I-
driving second, too.
I have no reason to be asleep, so I will be useful.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
sure
know how
hope
to
we don't have
drive.
any encounters.
short rest, do be conscious, so
Well,
I don't know how to
All I
drive,
have is
though.
level 2 and 3 slots left. No ones.
Well, at least I get my werewolf form back on
So
the
you're
short rest.
going through town or around town?
Whichever's fast.
Insert quickest way here.
Probably quicker going since you're already outside of town to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go right.
Because
We'll bring it around
I'll take the scenic
town.
yeah, because then you can go a lot faster because you don't have to worry about having to kind of wait for foot traffic to move out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like being stuck behind the slow driver. You don't have to because you're out. Yeah.
Because we can run them over.
Yeah. Well, there's less
See.
traffic. Yeah, they're not going to be there.
Well, yeah, but running them over is also an option.
Best defense will be there. So,
True words.
yes. So it takes you a good 2 hours to get around the city up to the farms in the north where we were, to the Lamari farm before. Had you gone through the city, that could have been a good 3.5 hours just because of traffic.
Traffic, yeah.
But you make good time. You get up there, and sure enough,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh.
sure enough, the Lavaris have no problem with you, parking your wagon there if you want. And if
Investigating their forest.
Oh yeah.
How's his girlfriend doing?
Now, were we planning on going straight from that cabin just out and about? Because if so, we should take the wagon with us and just drive out there. Unless that road is...
I thought
It
it
wasn't
was
a road. You were through the
it's
wilderness.
unwagonable.
You went through
We
the
were
wilderness.
trekking, yeah.
It's undrivable terrain.
How long was that walk? Do we remember that?
Oh, that was
It was a hot
several
minute.
hours.
Several. Okay, so it won't be like an entire... Well,
It'll be like
Well,
You're-
hey,
you're-
worst case, we have a cabin to stay
Right
at.
now, you're at like lunchtime. You're like 11:30.
so it'll be nighttime by the time we get back if we come back.
If you
If we
go
come
on
back.
if you go on for several
How long
hours,
would this-
several is like 7.
And we gotta say goodbye to Jonathan, right?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, you
still
already
7
did.
o'clock p.m.
It's about 7 p.m. to get out there.
Oh, 7 hours to walk?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big
It
several.
was a several hour
I
walk.
said it was a hot minute.
You guys had to spend the night out there last time.
Uh-huh.
True.
Do you want to spend the night out there, or just ask if we can spend the night here?
Well,
Like I said, we
we're gonna
literally have
spend
a
the night
cabin
up
to
there.
go
We're
stay at.
going out looking for some hidden treasures.
All right, let's go.
We're looking for magic items and to go play hooky with some monsters.
Dead bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That's if the bodies are even still there.
We
Well,
get
here's
knocked
to
down.
We
And I
did
get knocked
break
down
down the
again.
door, and it is out in the woods, and they are bodies, and there are hungry animals.
Don't jinx.
But fair enough. I'm willing to tag along regardless. So
All right. So you're heading out.
Yep.
Okay.
Must be a pack of like super mutant dire wolves that have just been eating the boosted corpse.
They're XP grinding.
We're gonna pull a South Park episode and just go kill boar in the woods.
2 million boars.
What's the South Park like monstrosity? Man, bear, pig?
Yeah, man, bear, pig.
We're gonna run the man, bear, pig out in the woods.
Oh boy!
We all need to be level 20 to fight man, bear, pig.
I bet you
So-
Dee could take me there, pig.
She probably.
With her 2 rapiers.
She do it with one.
She could do it with 0.
Mhm.
She just fucking.
Snap it in half.
I'm so fancy. I fought a dragon.
I'm sorry, are you
Somebody's jealous
Leon?
as hell, dude.
Green with envy.
Actually,
Yeah, I think that's.
Yes, there's a bit of envy.
Actually.
I thought that was obvious, though.
We get it. You want her to sit on your face.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Alright. So as you are walking out there,
We're walking out there.
Through the woods. Jesus, brother. We're walking so far. How is mother or father gonna find us?
Hurdy-durdy durgan. Ah, my Amish brother. What is that? Are you using the internet? Shame on you.
Alright.
alright, so
The whole time we were traveling, by the way, I'm going to fashion my arrows to kill again.
so you're not
Things
taking a
from-
fat nap,
from stun to
He was in the
kill.
wagon.
Yeah.
Instant kill mode.
or is he doing it while he sleeps?
Yeah, you finally, with the 2-hour trip, you get a short rest. You still haven't had a long rest, and you're still not feeling the greatest. But you did manage to get a short rest, and anyone who wasn't driving got a short rest.
Because I need my werewolf form back just in case.
I get my bardic inspiration back, and I'm 5 hit points away from max.
I didn't get hit the time we were dealing with those big ass dinosaur things, so I'm fine.
All right.
So,
So,
like, crawling through the ground, big old jaw thing,
Ah,
big you
boy.
in half.
Yeah, that one, yeah. I actually want to have a talk about that in character later,
Yeah.
like during the night.
all right. So, as you are making your way through the forest and following a familiar path that you have trod before, eventually, as it's getting later into the evening, you once again come across the remnants of the battle at that cabin. You see what seems to be decaying away. The remnants of the corpse.
How does it look?
I would assume not great.
But
Is it like
There
deteriorating in an abnormal way?
are you proficient in medicine?
I might be. Hang on.
I think you are.
No, I don't think I made that smart choice.
I don't think any of us did.
I mean, I still have half proficiency,
No.
so...
No, you are not.
I have half proficiency. if
I got a
anyone-
+4 to it though.
Not really. You're not trained. You're just
Okay.
But to be fair, I don't need to know why it's deteriorating weird. I'm just
yeah.
observing it.
Well, no,
See,
but
does it look like I've seen things die?
everyone's seen stuff die, but do you stick around and watch and see how long it's
I'm sure
been?
at some point in the army there would have been bodies around somewhere.
I remember back in the army, we had this one training exercise. They would paint the wall, and we had to watch it dry.
Yes. So
Builds patience.
I'll say, give me a straight intelligence check.
Straight?
That's really good.
That's not very PC.
No, it's a 5.
But no. You're,
That's higher than most of my rolls
decaying.
today.
It's decaying, but you can't really tell if it's any different. But there, you do see, I mean, what veins and stuff like that are sticking through still have that slight bit of red glow to them. They're still kind of the shack itself, this hunting cabin or this little cabin in the woods itself, is definitely worse off than it was. That huge hole in the ceiling. It has obviously rained a lot before, because now you can definitely see what looks like water damage on the wooden floor and stuff like that, as it has rained and come through. You even see some like mold and stuff kind of growing up around in that because of all the rain and stuff that has come through. The front door was basically bust in, and it's been exposed to the elements now, so the stuff inside there is,
the bedroom's okay though, right?
The bedroom doors were closed, yes, so they're fine. But, yeah, that's what you see when you come across the cabin. And it is still light out, but under the canopy of this forest, it looks later than it is because of the trees blocking the light. So, it's not dark out, but it's like it's almost dusk, even though it's probably a couple hours.
I'm going to tap something to make a light in here. A piece of furniture to cast light on.
I have a light on my weapon because I assume it would have been kind of dark walking through the...
Yeah, you've got plenty of light to see by with that, so you're good.
All right, Leon, do your thing.
Well, I wanted to discuss with all of you first. No use in wasting the one chance we've got, if we even have it.
I will say he's probably mad at me, so...
He's probably mad at all of us. We'll just do our best.
I killed his kid.
I'm aware.
I killed him.
I'm also
That's
aware.
not maybe, but like...
Alright, so I've come up with about 5 questions that I'd like to ask, but I need your input. The first one, who is the halfling or gnome man you were talking with?
We've met him, right?
We did not. We met him.
No, we met him.
We met him, but we don't know who he is.
Yeah, we don't know if he lied or not.
And in fact, I met him. None of you really.
I was there with you.
Hardly.
Anyway.
I existed.
How dare you exist?
Damn it, I exist!
You may consider trying to make peace with him first before going straight into the questions.
Well, of course. That
Okay,
is
fair enough.
my first goal. But I can do that on the fly. 2. What turned your son into a wolf?
I mean, that might have just been his son. Like, maybe he was... people call their animal companions their kids, and maybe he was some kind of wolf that turned into a human.
Maybe he fucked a wolf while in werewolf form.
How very, very true. How would you phrase it?
I don't know if I can
What
say
kind
that.
of grasp did the gnome have on your son?
That is actually better. What
Good word.
grasp did gnome have on? Alright, question number 3. What is the origin of the root you consumed? I think that's probably...
I'd be surprised if he knew that.
That's a fair one to ask.
I'll be surprised.
Maybe
if
where
you knew
did
it
he
too.
get it from?
I think that's obvious.
I feel like origin is a bit more of a...
Well, it'd be a
That's
confirmation of anything.
Yeah.
Number 4, how do we stop the halfling/gnome?
I think if he knew that, he wouldn't
He
have the
wouldn't
sun
have
problem.
been having his son held hostage.
Here's the thing. He was in a position where he couldn't fix it. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. He ended up dying, and so did his son. That doesn't mean there isn't a way to stop him that he knows of. So I think if we can try to put ourselves in that persuasive position and say, in your passing, we will take our opportunity to strike and stop this man once and for all. What information do you have?
We'll get revenge on your behalf.
We will avenge your son and...
The shittiest part is that I could have resurrected the son if I had 2 brain cells.
There's no need
Heat of the moment.
But you had revivified?
Spare the dying.
Well, so that's not really resurrecting them, but
I'm stopping,
Yeah.
Stabilizing.
stabilizing. Yeah.
No.
Even better.
But I
Pausing,
do
if
have
you will.
Revivify, but I do not have a diamond.
Yeah.
That's-
Hold on.
Pretty sure Jen does.
That's what
That's why I
eyeballed it
said
from the-
hold on.
Of course, you just got it, so.
And to clarify, it must be a diamond worth 300 gold.
No, I don't have a diamond.
The
There are a
last
bunch of
question.
other gems.
I don't know how the gold, the spell specifies that exactly, but that's just how it
I
is.
don't got one.
That's what my god says, so be it.
Thing is, it doesn't consume it in use, so you just have to get one.
Really?
Revivify does.
I'm pretty sure it
Revivify
does.
Does it say? You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I
it
know.
does.
I have a spell that uses something similar and doesn't consume
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah,
also
the,
a lower level thing.
Like
I think
color-
it's like Eldritch Blast or some shit.
No, I think it's
No,
like color
it's
spray or
chromatic
something.
orb.
Chromatic
That-
orb. Yeah,
yeah.
no, that sounds
Diamond
right.
worth 300 gold is what the spell consumes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So,
I mean, imagine being able to infinitely revive people.
Yeah, it's called convenient. We should get a few of those for the trial, by the way.
Yeah, probably, but I could only cast that twice anyway, and that's if I
Alright,
don't
well,
cast
okay,
my...
maybe get 2 of them then.
Alright. Final question, this one is more for my own curiosity. What happened to you before this whole event? This
That's
disaster?
a good one.
I want to know his story. So, any objections, suggestions?
Nothing I haven't
Suggestions
already
were
said.
made. Do your thing.
I appreciate the cooperation.
Get in there, little buddy.
Go get little buddy! So, good sir, DM sir.
That is me.
So far we've been ignoring material components that don't have a gold cost, right?
That is correct.
So, if I were to say bring out an incense because it doesn't have a gold cost, I would be able to do that, right? Just for flavor-wise?
Okay, I will say this. We're not outright fully ignoring material components.
As long as you spend some money on it.
As long as
once
you
in a
spend some
while.
money every once in a while on it.
Okay. But,
Like saying, hey, I need to refresh my material components. Okay.
but would you say I have that right
Yes.
now? Okay, so Leon takes out this thing of incense, lights it, and begins to sort of waft it through the air. And then he takes out his lute and begins to play a very mellow, somber tune as he focuses on the dead body of, well, the woodsman, I suppose. So, you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead.
Yeah, I've got the spell.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure. So, I cast it on him now.
Okay. Alright, and what do you say as he has a spell? What are your
Oh,
verbal components? I'm just curious.
oh, unfortunate soul.
Poor unfortunate souls. The song.
In pain, in need.
No, I'm waiting. It's good.
You who hath lost their life, most recently, to an unfortunate circumstance, return your thought once more to me. I will make sure your legacy does not die here.
Okay. As you complete the casting of the spell, the remnants of this corpse with its chest basically caved in and some of its ribs kind of hanging out almost seems to draw breath for a second as it kind of moves a little bit. And the neck twists up and the head looks over towards you as it focuses on you, Leon, with these just eyes without any clarity to them. They seem to be just gone, as if they were blind in life, but not. And the jaw just kind of creaks a little bit as it seems to move it, and it's just sitting there staring at you.
I will ask of you 5 questions. I know the state you were in before death, and I know our unfortunate circumstance that led to your death. My sincerest apologies that we happened to be there, and we happened to be the ones who fell you in battle. But I wish to make use of whatever loss that you have suffered, and again, make sure your story goes told. And I'd like to roll persuasion.
You can roll if you wish.
Alright, persuading. That is a +9. Shit. 21.
Okay.
Without further ado, first off, there was a man that night before the fight. A halfling or a gnome? Who was he?
The jaw starts to move a little bit, and you hear. You killed me. He is no one and many.
Cryptic.
He is known and many. Have I heard that before? I swear I've heard that before. Can I look at history? Okay. Alright, second question. What grasp did that man have on your son?
Grasp. No grasp. Just power.
Grasp. Alright. Thank you. 3. What is the origin of the root that you consumed before death? Don't know. 4. Is there a way to stop that man? Do you know a way to stop that man?
No.
Alright. Who were you before everything went downhill, before this disaster?
Simple man.
Simple man. Is that all? Thank you. I hope your spirit may find rest.
As the last words, a simple man, comes from this corpse's mouth, you can see the magic like flowing out with that last word.
What a cool
And what-
visual.
Yeah.
What was decaying before now almost becomes like dust as it kind of collapses in on itself. The magic that animated it for your spell taking some of the last bit of essence that was keeping it together, and it kind of crumbles in on itself, leaving mostly grizzle and bone and no more shape to the corpse other than just a mess on the floor.
At this, Leon snuffs out the incense, pulls off his hat and wipes his brow of the sweat, and puts his instrument back to his side and just sort of takes a small bow towards the corpse. I'll be leaving now. Thank you. And I walk out of the small building.
There's nothing that can really be picked up, so to speak. Just give this man a burial that's proper. It'd be kind of gross at this point.
Oh, it'd be very gross.
You got a shovel, right?
Yeah. You want a snow shovel for this shit.
They probably have a shovel around that
You know,
You can always look.
we decided to go camping. Why not just burn down the house?
That works.
That could
Can
potentially.
we maybe crash here first, burn in the morning?
You want
or-
to crash with the rotting corpse?
That
I was gonna
awful.
the bedroom
Where
that
there
was
was a gnome who
not rotting.
forced him to try and kill us.
And to be honest, the gnome could probably watch this right now.
I don't want to sleep here.
Yeah, neither do I.
It seems disrespectful.
I think we should give the spirits their space.
We could just burn the house down, controlled burn, and give it all a Viking burial.
Can I make a quick perception check outside to see if there's anything lurking in the bushes?
Sure, go ahead.
Just curious. Nice. I'm gonna smell around.
That's a bonus for our listeners.
I'm gonna smell around. Ooh, perception.
Smells like bitch in here.
I got a 15.
Other than the smell of decay from inside the structure, everything out and about smells like forest. I mean, you get some of that earthy scent of the dirt and the slight decay of leaves and grasses that occurs as part of the cycle. But you also get kind of that fresh scent of clean air, almost like after a rainstorm. It smells, kind of fresh and clean, and occasionally some little hints of possibly flowers and their wonderful perfumes that they generate to attract bees and stuff. You might catch a little bit of that. Maybe the musk of an animal here or there, but it's all normal.
Double checking our coverage.
Actually, it might not be a good idea to burn this whole place down. Now that I think about it, if anyone was out here, not only would it be a beacon to our position, but it's also a forest.
We don't have to be here, and the building will fall apart real quick. I had a thatch roof.
That sounds flammable as
Yeah, I
fuck.
thought he meant
That's-
maybe let's not also burn down the forest.
I understand that there's a clearing associated with this place as well. Flames aren't going to travel 50 feet into the woods.
Can I just roll like a history check to figure out if it would spread like that?
That'd be more of a survival check.
I'll roll.
I'll roll the survival.
I'll
you can do
I'll
that.
also roll a survival.
That is an 18.
I got slightly less than an 18. Let's see. What the fuck is mine? 14, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I guess
You-
not.
You can tell. You're pretty sure Gold's probably right about this, looking around, because there's not trees right up on this cabin. It's like you kind of cleared around it a bit. So there's a good 30 feet from the cabin where it is basically just kind of cleared ground, low grasses and stuff like that. Obviously that's, he kept that area nice. So, there may be some branches that are kind of coming over that, but the house itself, you're pretty sure if you lit that on fire, it could be a raging inferno. It's not going to catch everything up. It's not going to be enough to cause a big sweat.
It's also highly flammable. It'll go up quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have a thing. Let's see.
I could drop a candle there and the house would be gone in a few minutes.
I thought I had a spell that creates rain, but maybe I was mistaken. Oh yeah, until the spell into freezing rain and sleet. That still counts. Sleet storm.
Yeah. All right, so what are you guys doing?
If we burn the house, let's take a position in the woods away. Worst comes worst, we can see what's lured over here.
I'll play a tune as they light their torches and whatnot.
While you are preparing to do all that, we are going to take a break. And we will be back shortly. So, once I get the darn computer to play nice and do what I want, we'll be back in just a little bit.
Bye bye!
Welcome back, everyone. We're back from our break. And we're going to hop back into the action where the party was getting ready to torch the cabin, and that's where we're at, guys.
You want to do the honors goal?
I light a torch. I bow my head in silence. Set fire to the base of the cabin.
Okay. It doesn't take long, as there is quite a bit of dry tinder that's available in this area, and eventually, within a few minutes, the entire cabin is ablaze, such that you have to kind of stand back from it as the heat is radiating out, and it is clearly making a beacon in this area that anything around would be able to see. It is also clearly throwing up a lot of smoke because there is also some wet, old wood in there that is burning off, and so you're getting this kind of mixture of gray and black smoke going up from the through the canopy above into the sky.
With some of the fire and smoke that's kind of burning, with either thaumaturgy or prestidigitation, whichever one will get it done. If I can do like a RIP in the flames.
Sure. we'll call that thaumaturgy. So, yep. You get RIP, it just kind of floats out.
Skylanders. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and start continuing down the trail, heading towards... What kind of landmarks would I see that would indicate maybe some ruins or maybe an old temple in the woods or anything like that I can tell from a distance?
You know what? You actually have available in your group the ability to...
You know what?
Stuff. That, if I can remember... I think you are actually the one who's got it there.
I know this is my favorite terrain.
Yeah, it is your favorite terrain, but scroll already.
What is it you're looking for?
Landmarks we would need to find, like a temple or a dungeon or something.
Well, you have that detect portal situation, right?
I have detect portal. Yeah.
Well, is there conveniently a portal somewhere?
You also have. Yep, you are the one that has Primeval Awareness.
Oh, even better.
Forgot
and
about
I'm just
that.
reminding you of that.
I don't know what that is.
And it is your favorite terrain, so use that up to 6 miles of your location. You could detect if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Last name is Brooker.
It doesn't reveal their location or number, but it does give you
a general
kind of a general feeling, which you have used before when you were dealing with the governess and her and her servants.
Alright, well, I think, let's see, I have enough ranger spell slots to use this about 3 times. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and start with undead, because I think a normal dungeon would be full of those.
Alright. Well, it's...
or is it just all of the above?
It's all of the above.
Oh, damn, I'm going to get some pingers, especially for Faye.
Mm.
Ding, ding,
So-
ding, ding. While we're here.
Yeah, so you don't have to roll for that or anything. It is just use your ability. So you expend one of your spell slots,
Yep.
and as you are kind of looking within yourself to center yourself and then expand your awareness outward, you start to feel as you are kind of sensing things and your understanding of your surroundings is spreading out to the reaches of what you are able to do. You first feel kind of a ping off to the northeast just a little bit. Perhaps, maybe a couple miles or so. Then, continuing out further, you get another one to the northwest. It's a little further beyond. And then right at the edges of your awareness, as you finally feel the fullness of it, you feel over towards the east, almost due east of where you're at. There's something, and you can feel just a lot of energy, a lot of power from it. Something there. You're not exactly sure what it is, but there is definitely something kind of at the edges of your perception.
I am enticed by that.
That sounds promising.
Sounds real thick and juicy.
But I'd keep a mental note of the other ones as well.
She thick.
That was due east, you said?
That was due east.
Do all of us get the sense, or is it
No,
just
it's
him?
just
his.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
it's just his ability.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and just start having the party travel in that direction.
Okay.
Away we go.
You explain why?
Fuck no, I got a feeling, bro. We're wandering.
Funsies.
As we're traveling, I'd like to quickly use sending on Jonathan, like I promised to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to mark off that spell slot real quick. I'll say real quick. Kind of give that. All right. So I cast sending, and the first words I say are, "How are you? You did good today."
Okay. It's not a conversation back and forth like you can
It is.
do. It's you can send 25 words, they can send 25 words,
Well,
and that's it. It's not back and forth and back and forth. It's basically I send you a message, you can respond. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, then I will change the message to, "Hey, you did good today. Keep up the good work, and let me know if something bad
Love you.
happens." From Leo.
From me.
Love you, Papa.
Okay. It's dead. You wait a moment or two. You don't hear anything immediately. And then, a couple moments later, you get a response. And you hear, "I actually did good?" You can hear the question in that. "Oh, I thought I got my ass kicked. But work is okay right now. Still a little bit sore. I guess."
And he cuts off because he doesn't know the limitations.
It's like, why won't this thing work? Come on.
Hello? Did you hang up on me?
That's what you get.
I look to the rest of the group and I say, "Well, that's a relief. Jonathan's still doing good."
Did you expect him to die in the 5 minutes we were gone?
Just a little.
I know.
Come on, man. Now's not the time for that kind of thinking.
Hey, be nice, Percy.
That was me being nice.
So you guys are continuing to head to the east.
East.
And
East.
West. And as you are making your way through the forest, it is slowly but surely getting darker and darker as nightfall approaches. You figure you've been traveling now for about a good hour or so. It's, you're 8:30, 9 o'clock. The sun is probably on the horizon right now, getting ready to completely set within the next 20 minutes.
Before we lose all of our light, we should set up a camp.
Alright, I'll leave that to you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start at dinner.
I set up my 2-person tent.
Okay. You guys make your camp for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once we're done with dinner, would you mind joining me for a talk?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm going to Percy's tent.
Jeez.
He's in a good mood. He's like, "Hell yeah, I'm the man!"
Listen, I whooped some ass.
Pussy, am I right, fellas?
Can't stay away.
Better than sleeping in a hammock.
Hammocks are pretty enjoyable. That's
Yeah,
You
so
want to
am
borrow
I.
the hammock for a night?
They are.
You want to borrow the hammock? I'll set it up for you.
Yeah, all right.
All right, I'll set up the hammock. I'll set up the hammock for my boy here, and then I'll go to the.
All right, so you're having a conversation with Joel.
I sort of pull him off to the side.
It's dark.
Yes.
Bend over.
I
I imagine just like
Give
dead
you a little
quiet. We
pat
just
on the
hear you
head,
all whispering like.
cast light on you as you venture out into your little side quest.
I'd like
It's
to
only
find,
fitting since I'm gold.
I'd like to find a
His hat is glowing.
I see. A more sort of secluded area so things can get a little spicy. And I'm gonna roll a perception to make sure we're not being watched.
You are.
It's a 10, so not very good perception.
Behind the tree.
As far as you can tell, this is
The trees are watching. That's about it.
This is a forest, right at dusk. Almost at the point where it is completely dark.
I'm more so worried about that one over there. The
She seems to be busy doing something.
Yeah, do
Or
it.
something.
I got you, my boy. Don't worry.
Distract.
I do actually have an idea though.
something doing something. All right.
That's
So-
something. It's more like someone.
Ooh, spicy. So Leon takes a seat in a sort of crisscross applesauce position next to Gold, and he says, "I'd like to confide in you, if that's all right."
I'm just sitting awkwardly alone at the fire.
That's what I'm here for.
I set up the hammock.
So, if I'm being completely honest, I mostly trust everyone in this group. I think all of you are dependable. One of you is partially dependable.
Me.
Ajax Ajax can always
My
be
boy.
relied on, but I don't think he ever has deep outside thoughts. He probably keeps all of his emotions inside.
No deep outside.
Similar thing with Tomer, but I feel like his outward emotion is aggression. Nothing wrong with that, of course. And Persephone, I don't know how to read that woman. But with you, I feel like I can be honest, and that I can actually talk to you. So that's why I've brought you aside. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel fairly isolated from the rest of the group, despite the fact that I trust them. So, getting to the point, I'm struggling with my mortality. It's a concept that I've tried to run away from for quite some time, and these past weeks have been a very grim reminder of it. But there's been maybe 3 times in my life in total where I feel as though my mortality has truly been challenged. Once, long ago in my past, a little later after that, and then just at that cabin there, that night and the following morning, I truly felt fear. And I'm not afraid to admit, at least not to you, that I know I'm a coward on the inside. It was reinforced when we had to watch D to think how powerless I truly am in these circumstances, and that's someone that I have to eventually compete with, and I'm nowhere near there.
Leon, I'm gonna stop you right there. You're going a little too far here. You yourself are a hell of a man, and let me say this, with my 280 years of being on this continent,
You old as shit.
Old man.
there is only so much you can do about the fear of your own death. I'm not over it. I've seen death thousands of times, and it doesn't get better. The only thing that gets better is your grasp with the idea that though it is a thing that will happen to us one day, we can do things and take actions to prevent that consequence. And I have seen remarkable growth from you. Hell, you can best me in a one-on-one fight. I'm the least bit concerned about your mortality. That's why I put you up against Tomer today.
I'm aware, yes.
I have the highest degree of confidence. So if you have self-doubt, that's fine. We can work through that. But just know that while you trust me to talk to you, I trust you with my life. And this is coming from someone who also fears death. There's something I have to get done before I die, and I fear that that day may never come. I've got your back as well as you've got mine.
Leon sort of stops for a moment, especially at the line, "I trust you with my life." He kind of takes a deep breath in and says, "That means a lot to hear. I feel like, we've all been honest here and there, and I haven't been entirely honest. It's not just the mortality that I'm afraid of. I can't face myself as who I am. Because this is just a facade. This isn't me."
What do you mean?
I've been running away from who I once was because of that very damned thing that I'm afraid that I couldn't face what I had placed ahead of me, and so I became a different person. That's why I'm here.
Are you saying you're not Leon?
That would be my name, but to be honest, my real name is more of a mask.
Well, Leon, I think that I know you pretty well, regardless of who you were in your past life. You're Leon to me. Nothing's going to change that. I trust you.
You promise you won't tell anyone this? What I'm about to tell you now?
I will give you my word.
I trust you. Leon sort of lifts up part of his shirt, unstrapping a bit of the leather armor, and shows a very deep puncture wound in his side, right below where his lung would be. And he says, "Was it Duskvale? Or..."
Yep.
"Back in Duskvale, well, I grew up very poor, and I'm sure that's most of our life stories, if I'm being honest. I wanted to find a way to make a difference for those who couldn't. And I met this man. His name was Thancred. And he is every bit the man I want to be, that I thought I was. Brave, courageous, loyal. I could go on, but
Haven't you told me about Thancred before? Wasn't he your sword instructor?
barely, I've mentioned. Well, he inspired me the same way I'm trying to be an influence on Jonathan. To fight for righteousness and justice, and I have felt that I've faltered from that path, but I've tried my best. Eventually, when he hung up his title, I was the successor, and I became a spy, known as the Actor. And I did my fair bit of justice here and there on my own watch, but also to clients I deemed worthy, I would take their jobs and I would spy, as a spy does. And, well, there were a few run-ins with people. One of them happened to be... A moment. One of them happened to be a gang that Persephone was involved in.
Real quick, can I roll a history check to see if I recognize the name that he threw out for his spy alias?
Sure, give me a history check. That's a 2.
That is a 11.
You're not sure about that one. You're like, well, I don't know if I've heard of that.
A member of her gang was the one that gave me this wound, and that was the second time I came close to what I consider the end of my mortality. I didn't give up then, but... Rather, sorry, that was the first time. I didn't give up then, but the moment I did was, on one particular mission, I got some hidden intel that I was being hunted by an assassin known as Nightingale. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but their repute is terrifying and deadly, and I buckled. I ran away, I took off the mask, and I became Leon Pellance, traveling bard at your service. Someone that I can never respect. I guess what I'm trying to say is I wanted to seek an escape in this life as an adventurer, and I'm still too much of a coward to face it.
You know, this is something that I was once told by my dad. There's a...
I was on a very similar wavelength.
Whose
Yeah.
tragic backstory is more tragic? Let's fucking flex it. There's a fine line between courage and cowardice. It's how you show it that determines the difference, because without fear, there can be neither. So, I think, for you, the best use of this would be to channel your fear, acknowledge it. You were scared. You can tell me this, I hear it, I accept that. I have a hard time believing you to be a coward. I think you just need to think about it differently. Instead of you ran away from that life, you were taking the opportunity to improve yourself, to not only face your fears and come out on top, but to, as you had once said, enact justice. I think you have about the best moral compass out of all of us. I don't see for a second why you aren't living up to your previous ideals. I think you're just doing it differently, and there's something honorable to that. So, Leon, you're wrong.
I think I needed to hear that. I don't know if I'm ready to don the mask just yet. I've kept it hidden in my pack for years now.
And keep it hidden, and when you're ready, I'll be right there by your side.
And you'll be there to help me figure out when I'm ready?
As much as I believe you'll be there to help me take down my demons.
Every day.
You're the demon. Oh, he said he built different.
With this, Leon sort of takes a small bow and says, I think it best we head to sleep now. Don't want to waste too much of the night.
Oh, it's not getting wasted.
Roll for fun times.
I do actually have an additional fun time.
Oh wow!
After your handcuff, she pulls out the strap
roll for
on.
new position.
So you're still experimenting with that root, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she's one of those girls.
What are you doing on acid?
It'll be fun, they said.
How
time, they said.
Well,
how would you like to do some more experimenting?
What are you talking about?
Well, you
Butt stuff.
you tried smoking it.
Yeah.
Have you tried it as a suppository?
That's how they get their powers.
And you
Anal.
Right up the ass.
And your conclusion has been ingesting it.
Well, that's gold. I think for people that are different, such as me or you, it would work through smoking. We just haven't gone to those testing phases because
Well,
if we go off the handle, who's going to take care of who when shit goes down?
there's 3 other people out here.
Do you want to try smoking? Is what you're trying to do.
I was gonna go the other route, but that's fine too.
You want me to smoke it?
No. Oh, I mean, you're welcome to.
Suppository.
No. Like, you still have some on you?
A little bit.
Alright.
What if I didn't? Do you have any on you?
Yes.
God damn it.
I like to think I'm just like outside listening to this through the tent, like sitting alone at the campfire, like, man.
In a hammock that I set up for you.
I'm not in the hammock, yeah, I'm just kind of sitting on the next to the campfire, like, damn, I wish I had some friends.
You start drawing one in the sand.
I shall,
a little stick figure.
I shall call
I
you
am.
Sunbeam.
You are my new buddy. Yay!
Alright,
I got a buddy.
I'll make a deal with you. Give me the root that you have. I'll set it up in the pipe. You can smoke it and I'll watch over you. How about that?
I wasn't gonna go for smoking it.
You want to eat it?
I was attempt. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay,
you
but we're
in
gonna
small doses.
we're gonna
not the whole fucking
micro
thing.
dose this.
Yeah.
So give me your root because I don't think I have much left in hand. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you probably got about like a quarter of what you started with, and it wasn't big to begin with.
Yeah, it was tiny.
Yeah, it was probably maybe like 2 inches long, and not a very big diameter, maybe about as big as like my pinky finger diameter or something like that. The piece you have, Persephone, is about the same size. It's a little bit larger diameter, maybe a thumb, but it's also just a hair shorter. But you've used like 3/4 of that original size root that you had, Tomer.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like a nub left.
Yeah, which I'm gonna
Yeah.
save just in case as a backup.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand in mine so it's official, guys. I no longer have any more of the root.
I'll take it and I'll do the same amount I did for.
Okay, so you basically kind of like shave off a little bit, almost like you're
Yeah.
doing like zesting a.
It was
a
like I got
lemon or
some
something
chocolate.
Like
we can put it on that.
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll sprinkle a little bit.
so you're like zesting a little bit of it onto
Yeah,
some
yeah.
chocolate. Okay, so you're gonna eat it on some chocolate.
Yeah, sounds delicious.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch her thoroughly.
all right. Yeah. So as you eat it,
You play with
give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, you guys ready for me to continue to roll less than a 5 all day?
I believe in
You said, I'm sorry, wisdom?
Mhm.
later.
16!
Yeah.
Highest I've rolled all day. And that's a +0.
Nice, nice. Natural 16 on the die.
I'll take
Very
it.
nice. So as you bite into this chocolate with like this, seasoning of
Yeah,
root,
yeah.
basically.
Flavor,
on it.
extra flavor.
To you, this tastes delicious. This is like way better than the chocolate on its own.
Some good chocolate.
I bet it is.
And as you swallow it down, her eyes go white.
God damn it!
Like not like rolling
Like,
back
you can't
in,
fucking take me.
not rolling into the back of her head white, but almost like she went blind. Almost,
Gotcha.
it's like clouded over white looking, and she is just zoned,
Mm-hmm.
just like sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
She's breathing normally. Nothing else seems to be happening. She is just almost like a vegetative state.
Oh, God damn it.
Yay.
Persephone, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
Oh, this one's at a +5, yo.
Concept.
Nat 20. 25 total.
Wow.
I know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I like this die.
Even though looking at Persephone from outside, you see nothing. Persephone, every single nerve in your body feels like it has just been hit with a lightning bolt.
Yep,
You take 17 points of damage.
What kind?
Mm-hmm. Can it be fire damage? Just
No, it is
17?
it is not lightning damage either. It is
No, it's
just
just regular.
Psychic.
it's straight up damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really psychic damage. It is just
Oh,
damage.
20, damn.
Yeah, that's half.
Yeah,
That's half.
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And you know deep in your heart, oh shit, that was a mistake.
Mhm.
You feel your body fighting back against the pain and what almost feels like changes trying to occur within you. and it's excruciating. But eventually, the pain subsides.
Alright, it hurts real
And it feels like everything is back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Can I get any more vision-y bullshit?
About 10 minutes later, she's just been sitting there, Zone.
I'm just watching.
About 10 minutes later, your eyes go back to normal, and it's almost instant. She seems to be drenched in sweat, like just instantly. It's almost like she just came out of like some kind of, fight for her life.
She's wet.
It makes it easier.
And you know that was not good. That didn't feel good. You can tell from what you went through, it was trying to change you somehow. And somehow you managed to fight it off.
I'll take it. Okay.
Are you fine?
Let me first prestidigitation my sweat bullshit away so that I breathe again. Let's not do that again.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
Yeah, this is why I control the root.
What?
For now.
Well, hear me out.
For now.
Hear me out.
He's a root tyrant.
I think I've done it before.
We should wait and talk to the group about what's the next step on testing the root.
I don't disagree with you.
But we don't have to mention this if you don't want to. It's up to you.
I mean, at this point, I don't have the root anymore. What are they really going to do?
That's fine.
Maybe don't tell them that I've done it before part.
Yeah,
Keep that,
I'm assuming that.
Keep that one between us.
Okay.
So I'm still good if you are.
Yeah, let's go.
Anything else before you retire for the evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna. How does the healing work? Will I heal in my sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, I
If
don't
you
need
get a long
to
rest-
chug
if
a
you get a-
potion. We're fine.
No, if
Okay.
you get a long rest, you'll be good.
She'll get a long rest. He just
So-
sets him up.
Everybody goes to sleep. You wake up, some a little later than others, but you do eventually get up and get ready for the day. You have gotten a long rest. You were getting close to being exhausted, Gold, because you hadn't gotten a long rest the night before, but you finally got a good rest this time. And as you wake up under the canopy of this forest, it is still a little bit dark out, even though you know the sun is up because of the foliage blocking everything out. But it is light enough for you to know, yep, it is morning.
How was that hammock, Ajax?
It's quite nice.
You can borrow it anytime.
I think I will Primeval Awareness again to determine if the route we were taking is still the route we need to take.
It seems to be, as you focus and expand your consciousness out, that same ping. Much closer now. I mean, you traveled for a good hour and a half before you set camp for the night. It still seems to be in that same easterly direction. Again, you don't know exact distances. You can't tell for sure. You don't know exactly where it is, but it's in that direction. And as you get that feeling and you all start packing up your camp for the morning, that is what we're going to call it for tonight. Yeah. All right, so I hope you guys had fun. I hope anyone listening enjoyed the game tonight. And we hope to see you again next time for our 11th episode of Atavar Ascension. And hopefully soon, we will actually have this live streaming on both Twitch and YouTube so that you can actually see all my players' beautiful faces and their expressions, and when I do silly things like undead speaking, and we'll
That was just badass.
yeah. Well, thank you. Well, we'll just have some fun like that. So hope to get to see you guys next time, and later, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye!
Well, that's the end of this episode. We hope you'll tune in next week for the next episode of Atavar Ascension.